Listening to Fox News.
When you think of A Custom Construction and Roofing, don't just think roofing. Sure, their roofing expertise is top-notch, but they offer so much more. Think of a team that's been locally veteran-owned and operated for over 30 years, specializing in roofing and insurance. Need more? How about being licensed, bonded, and insured with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau? And here's the best part. They offer free estimates. Call Dwayne Pinnick at 575-318-9725. That's 318-9725. And Dwayne and the guys at A Custom Construction and Roofing want you to beware of unlicensed, out-of-town contractors. They all come when the hail does, but once they're gone, so is your warranty. Trust the experts who've been here for decades. A Custom Construction and Roofing. Visit them on Facebook at facebook.com/A Custom Construction. A Custom Construction and Roofing, where your peace of mind is built on their reputation.
Hey Lovington, Albertsons Market is coming soon to Highway 82 and North Main Street. That means big savings on groceries and fuel right in your neighborhood. Discover delicious favorites like hand-rolled sushi, hot sandwiches, and fresh local produce. Plus catering, ready meals, a drive-through pharmacy, and convenient grocery drive-up and delivery. Download the Albertsons Market for You app today and get ready to explore your new Albertsons Market. Opening early spring at Highway 82 and North Main Street in Lovington.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,076 head of cattle sold on Monday on a steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold steady to 3 higher, feeder cattle steady to 3 higher, packer cows sold steady, packer bulls $4 to $9 higher, 3 to 400 pound steers $570, $675, 3 to 400 pound heifers $515, $470. Or excuse me, $570, 4 to 500 pound steers, $532, $570, 4 to 500 pound heifers, $450, $515, 5 to 600 pound steers, $430, $532, 5 to 600 pound heifers, $360, $450, 6 700 pound steers, $385, $430, 6 700 pound heifers, $350, $360, 6 to 700 pound heifers, $330, $385, 7 800 pound heifers, $297. 350 packer cows, 165, 185. Canner and cutter cows, 157 to 163. Packer bulls, $2 to 209. Feeder bulls, 180, 185. The cow-calf pairs not well tested this week. And the top half, the bred cows, $2,900 to $3,350 per head. We do appreciate the business and expecting a little better run for next Monday. Talk to you then. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
It's time to pull. Join the 13th annual Casey White Foundation Smoking Clays, Saturday, March 7th, 2026, at Creekside Clays, located at the Eddy County Shooting Range, 131 Firehouse Road in Lake Arthur. Registration runs 7 to 8:30 a.m. and the shoot starts at 9. Your participation helps continue the legacy of Casey White, supporting Scout Troop 228, Special Olympics Pecos Valley, and the Runyon Family Scholarship Program. Spots fill fast. Register now at CaseyWhiteFoundation.com. Lock, load, and shoot for a cause on Saturday, March 7th at the 13th Annual Casey White Foundation Smoking Clays Shoot.
If you are outgoing, competitive, and want a career that pays off, Kinetic 100% fiber internet, a Unity Group brand, is hiring. Joining Kinetic gives you face-to-face interactions where you'll help people internet better with some earning power. We offer competitive base pay, uncapped commissions, and a sign-on bonus to get you started. And you won't be doing it alone. We invest in you with ongoing coaching and educational assistance to help you grow fast. Plus, you get full benefits, including medical, dental, vision coverage, and a 401k plan. No college degree required, just drive, motivation, and people skills. If you're ready to take control of your income and future, apply today at careers.unity.com. That's careers.uniti.com.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services, from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Southeast New Mexico weather. Hi, good morning. The forecast as we go down to 285 on this Tuesday, and temperatures in Roswell at 87 degrees this afternoon. The wind is breezy, and the wind is breezy in Carlsbad and Artesia with 89 degrees, 85 degrees in Lovington. The temperatures are dropping into the upper 40s. Tomorrow's highs, though, 79 degrees in Carlsbad and 75 degrees in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts. Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club with B, Monica, and you. News, sports, weather, and the truth. Waking you up every morning from Roswell to Artesia. Carlsbad to Ruidoso to Santa Fe to Albuquerque. We wake you up, B, in the Breakfast Club. The truth tellers, no bees.
Welcome to Be in the Breakfast Club. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, with the largest selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
Am I dressed appropriately? I think I'm losing it here, man.
Is it Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's Tuesday.
The days are starting to blur together.
So it's Tuesday.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
It's Tuesday morning.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Why are we waking up? You got a show to do.
To entertain folks.
And also to help people
Get through this.
Okay, if you say so.
It's showtime. Hit it.
And good morning to you. It is a God bless what day is it already? It's a my camera says mine's a day early for whatever reason. It says March 4th, Wednesday, and I looked at that and I was like, I know that's not right. So
no, you're a day ahead.
You are not seeing, yeah, I'm a day ahead. So if you're not seeing me on camera, I screwed them up royally. I'm just getting back all day today. My wife for 2 days, throwing up, diarrhea, all the nasty stuff. I've been telling her all day, let me take you to the hospital. They'll give you IV. It's going to make you feel so much better. They'll give you some medicine. No, I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go. I'm up here working, getting ready for the show. Can you take me to the hospital? So I came back rushing in here and messed up the cameras again. So I just sent Will a message. So maybe I'll be on camera. I hate waking people up.
Yeah.
I do. I hate waking people up, especially this guy that, health is not always the greatest. And so we'll see if he answers me back. If not, I'll see if I can get it on the break. I had my camera. I just didn't know how to merge them all together. I guess I need to learn another program. God bless America. This is my day. Hard-headed woman. Let me take you to the hospital. No, I'm not going to go. Let me take you. No, I'm not going to go. I don't need to go. Let me take you. I'm not going to go. And then I need to go. All right, 6:09. Hope you're having an awesome day. 33 Flavors Day, Canadian Bacon Day. The hell with the Canadian and the bacon. I'll take my bacon like the American bacon. I don't need Canadian bacon. By the way, we beat you in hockey. How's that?
In men's and women's,
make
right?
A deal with, yeah. I'm not done with it. Fun facts about Names Day going on today. I want you to be happy day. Have you ever broke up with somebody and said, I just want you to be happy?
Yes.
I really, the most important thing is that you're happy. And they're thinking this is a bunch of BS. National Anthem Day going on. Cold Cuts Day, National Moscow Mule Day, National Soup It Forward Day, Peach Blossom Day, Read Across America Day. Also, Talk to the in Third Person Day going on today. And the question of the day this morning, very simple. Do you back the war with Iran? I mean, it's not really a war. It's it's not an out-and-out war, so to speak. But you can call it whatever you want. Do you back it? Do you back President Trump and what he's doing? I would love to hear from you this morning. New polling numbers are showing a lot of people don't like it. And look, a lot of people, doesn't matter what Donald Trump would do, like it.
Yeah.
They'll never like it. He could save cancer and they would say it's terrible. I'm just throwing it out there. It is what it is. Anyway, so what do you think? Are you good with what's happening? Are you okay with taking out the Ayatollah Khamenei? I'm okay with all of this. In fact, I was at the gym today. Yeah, I woke up. Let me take you to the hospital. No, I'm not going. Well, I'm going to go to the gym for a couple hours. I'll check on you. All right, come back. Let me take you to the hospital. No, I'm not going. Okay. All right. Yeah. So anyway, German, my friend, not the German a-hole, but the other German's like, your tax dollars are paying for this. I'm like, why are you worried about my damn tax dollars? Am I making you pay them?
Right.
I mean, serious. Why is the rest of the world worried about our tax dollars? Look, I get it. You don't like it, whatever. And then he goes off onto this rant about the Israel. And I said, so you're a Nazi. He kind of took offense to that. But I'm like, you're an anti-Semite, is what you're telling me. Mm-hmm. You don't like the Israelis. Well, I don't like them, but I'm not an anti-Semite. I don't know. From what you're saying, I'm just starting to believe maybe you're anti-Semite.
Right.
So why is everybody else worried about Americans' taxes? Nobody wanted to do squat to take out Khomeini. Nobody. And you know what? I'm kind of pissed this morning that the UK, Britain, said no to allowing us to launch our planes from their base. I thought they were our allies. Well, serious. I thought you guys were our allies. We stand up for you. We've saved your butt multiple times. But you don't want to launch, or you don't want us launching. No problem.
When did they say no?
Aircraft carriers. Yeah, they said no. They told Trump no.
Wow.
The president said he's very upset about it.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, are you down with it? Or are you good? Look, I'm not for out and out. Look, we've lost 6 men and women. And anybody that gives the ultimate sacrifice for America, I have nothing but respect. Anybody that puts on that uniform, I have nothing but respect. So I want to know, are you okay with this? I'd love to hear from you. Call or text this morning. Phones are back working. 877-396-W105. Pentagon posted a quiz titled Bombs Over Baghdad. Test your Desert Storm knowledge on the website about, as we fight Iran, not to be confused with Iraq. Mm-hmm. I love America. I support our government wholeheartedly.
Amen.
But let me just say, if we're giving people quizzes, most people are going to fail. They are going to fail. That's for sure. Georgia teen who racked up unexcused absences could lose their driver's license under a brand new law. Yeah, every day counts act. So for every absence you get, it goes towards a point system where they could actually revoke the driver's license of a teen if that teen has too many days off. The ones without driver's license are forced to valet for the teacher's parking lot. I think that would be another good idea.
Oh, that is a good idea.
I have no problem with this bill. None. New dark comedy has dropped on HBO. It's called DTF St. Louis, starring Jason Bateman. And they say it's supposed to be funny. And here we go. Paramount, HBO Max plan to merge along with Paramount Skydance. So what are they going to name it? Paramount Max, HBO Paramount. I have no idea what they're going to call this thing. And the phrase going around nowadays is alpine divorce. It's when couples go on a date out in nature, like riding a bike or hiking, and then one of them abandons the other one in the wilderness.
No.
Yeah. Well, you're just like, I can't take this.
Oh,
I
God.
can't take this person one more day. I'm done with it. I am done with them.
Oh,
And
my
you
gosh.
just, you abandon them. And what makes it bad, you don't even tell them you're leaving. You just leave. And so they're out there searching for you. I just met her, but I thought she was the one, and she's gone.
Oh, that's sad.
And in likes of everything going on with, with Iran,
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's a good time to rewatch 24. I was thinking about that today. I just don't know if it's a good time to rewatch. So, Monica, on top of all the other issues that you want to go to the hospital, no, I don't want to go to the hospital. You want to go to the hospital. On top of all that stuff, my printer starts acting up. So it's the drum. So how much do you think a drum costs?
Oh, I don't know. A couple hundred?
$100. So I'm like, what if I buy another printer? So I started looking at printers. They're about $300. And I'm not going to get one of those ones that are built for the home because I print 300 copies a day. You've been in the studio.
Right.
You know, I print
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And so I want a certain one, and I've got the HP, and that one they're actually discontinuing because I can fill it up with my own toner, and most of the time it works. And so I found one for like $120, brand new, and comes with a brand new drum and toner. And I went, well, that's a better idea. So I'm getting on that today.
Good.
I'm gonna get me a brand new printer, and I'll keep this one as a backup. So I'll always have a backup. All right, you want to talk to us? 877-396-W105. By the way, text line this morning being brought to you by Kubota at Amigo Machinery, AmigoMachinery.com. They've got everything Kubota. Go by and see my buddy Bill today. Question of the day this morning. Are you okay what's going on with Iran? Are you okay with that? Question of the day being brought to you by our buddies at Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. Find them Avenue D. Don't forget they have all the big truck parts. If you've got a semi, you're looking for parts. And one thing they have more than anything else is they've got information. It's not like going in there. Have you ever gone into what I call the convenience store, auto parts store, and they got some person that they just hired off the street and they know nothing about automobiles?
You can tell.
I mean, I'm serious. I don't think they could find the battery. Maybe they could find the battery. That's not the way it is at Lovington Auto Supply. They've got the expertise. They can help you with your project. So go in there and check them out. And this morning, being powered by our buddies at Permian Ford, go talk to Daniel today. Let me check the weather, then I'm going to dive into what's going on. And man, all the videos came out. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton testifying last week before Congress. Oh, this should have been live. This would have been awesome. But I got some of those. There were so many good ones that daily I tried to do anywhere between 10 and 15 cuts. I could have had 100 cuts.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there were just way too many. And they asked him direct questions about sex with kids. They asked him questions about Donald Trump. They asked Hillary blew up multiple times. But that's in her DNA.
Yeah.
Bill was just very nonchalant about pretty much everything. All right, check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs, America. They've got everything you're looking for. FR jeans, coveralls, shirts, gloves, hard hats, work boots, steel toe boots, safety gear, furniture, appliances, and electronics. And get this, zero down financing. Find them at rigoutfitters.com. Don't forget they have boots, $99 for a pair of boots. You can't beat that. $99. See them in the Broadmoor Mall. And, of course, you can always find them at rigoutfitters.com for more information. Warm day today. We're close to 90, 88 sunny for southeast New Mexico. 44 tonight, clear skies. 75 and sunny coming up for your Wednesday. And maybe some wind in the forecast by Thursday. Weather for Ruidoso. High temperature today, 69 and sunny skies. Clear tonight down to about 38, 62 tomorrow. And then we've got some wind in the forecast on Thursday. There could be some blowing dust and some wind. Albuquerque, 75 today, 39 tonight, 71 tomorrow. You've got blowing dust on Thursday as the wind starts to pick up a little bit. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, exit Buck Jackson Road. Go down less than 3 miles, fill her up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Red diesel, green diesel, DEF. They've got everything you're looking for, unleaded. Yeah, and they accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Open to the public 24/7. So if you need fuel and you're on 128, exit right there on Buck Jackson Road. Go down less than 3 miles. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Operation Epic Fury, day 3. The latest information that came out, 6 Americans have lost their lives in this operation.
I know.
6 U.S. service members killed in the Operation Epic Fury. Those numbers were given out yesterday. 59% of Americans disapprove of the airstrikes. Most think it could be a long-term conflict coming our way. Look, I'll be the first to say I do not want to get into an out-and-out war with Iran.
Right.
So objective that we have right now is to clear the Strait of Hormuz so that tankers are able to make their way through. That's the number one thing. And be diligent.
Yeah.
Pete Hegseth, the Department of War, Secretary of War, came out yesterday and speaking to the military and said, look, you guys need to be diligent because it doesn't matter if you are at a embassy, wherever. Look, they're attacking our embassies.
Mm-hmm. They sure are.
And these Houthis they're diligent. They are, well, the crazy fanatics is what they are. So
true.
Be careful. Be careful. And if you're living out of country, be careful. In fact, they're saying if you have no business in some of these Middle Eastern countries, maybe it's time to bail.
Yeah.
Maybe. 59% of Americans disapprove of the Iran strikes. Most of them think it is a long-time conflict that could be heading our way. And also 62% said they need congressional approval. But you say people had no problem when Barack Obama did this 8 times.
Right.
You had no problem at all. So I want to hear from you this morning. You want to call? You want to text? We'd love to hear from you. What's your thoughts on, it's not a war, and it's a military conflict, but it's not a war. And so I would love to hear from you, your thoughts on that. Text this morning, 877-396-W105. Netanyahu, I watched his interview this morning insisting the U.S. and Israel strikes on Iran won't lead to an endless war. They asked a question if he's the one that twisted Donald Trump's arm to do this. And he said, let me tell you one thing. Nobody twists Donald Trump's arm. Nobody. U.S. Embassy struck by drones in Saudi Arabia. Operation Epic Fury continues. So, look, there are radicals all over the place. You know, I said be safe if you're in a Middle Eastern country. Be safe if you're in America. Because I believe there are sleeper cells out, and you best be safe because they're all about.
You're right.
J.D. Vance spoke yesterday, confirmed that negotiations with Iran over their nuclear program collapsed after the U.S. officials concluded that Tehran claimed they did not pass the smell test. So Iran kept saying we have every right to produce nuclear materials and arm ourselves. We have every right. And at some point, we tried negotiating back, but look, it's a matter of for the Iranian, it was the matter of doing whatever the Ayatollah says, and hopefully they do not put another radical in place.
Right.
That would be problematic at best. All right, let's get to the text. We're going to come back. I got lots of video clips to play this morning. 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They offer dry cleaning, pressing, starching, walk-in, drop-off all your clothes. Doesn't matter if you work in the oil patch. I want to say that because a lot of people are, well, you know, my clothes are very oily. It's not a problem. Look, they're used to that. They can take care of that for you. So if you're working like a gazillion hours a day, or maybe you're just trying to take the weekend off and you ain't got time to wash clothes, I understand 100%. Take the weekend off. Drop the clothes off at North Star Laundry. Now, if you want to go in there and wash your clothes, you can. 609 West Lee, Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad. You can also find them 406 West Cedar and Loving. Check them out today. Coming up next, we'll talk about Martin Heinrich says he's not voting for Steve Pierce. He's not going to vote for Steve Pierce to lead the federal land agency. We'll talk about that. And yesterday, a sad day in Bernalillo County. I'll get to that. And Bill Clinton answers a bunch of questions. I'll get to that up next. 627, Monica.
Papa Sherm says, yes, I am 100% with President Trump. It needed to be done a long time ago. Jeff Rose says, it's not a war. It's the removal of a tumor. U.S. veteran says, I back President Trump on the Iran deal 100%. David from Roswell said, B, there are 2 generations of people currently that have no idea what Iran is about. History, if not paid attention to, has a tendency to repeat itself. I will agree completely.
I agree 100%.
Monty,
100%.
Yes, Monty says, I'm okay with the war. It's so nice to have a president with a set of balls and not afraid of anything. Very nicely said, Monty.
Thank you.
I support the 15,000.
And by the way, Monica is on camera right now. Hopefully I'll be on camera in just a second. And 2 days in a row, I had to call Will Rooney. This is not good, Will Rooney. Not good. So read my text if you would. Appreciate you. That's the way you handle that.
Okay. A real Roswell woman said, I support the 15,000 people who were slaughtered. So, yes, I definitely back Trump in this conflict. Buddy says, yes, I'm okay with it. My son is there in the Navy. Aw, thank you, Buddy, for growing up a son who wanted to serve. Our Teacher Breakfast Club fan said, yes, I support Trump. No other president would do it. And the Iranian women are watched.
Think about the Iranian women not even having the right to show their face in public. And that's okay if you're an ugly woman. But there was a lady on TikTok today in Iran dancing and showing her face for the first time in a long time. And you know what I say? Not too quick. Not too quick, because there's still a bunch of radicals out there. Slow your roll a little bit.
John from Roswell said, yes, should have happened in the 1980s. This texter said, I just watched DTF last night. It was all right. Kind of weird ending. What's DTF? Do you know?
DTF.
This texter said, there's no difference between... Oh, goodness. You must have texted already. Okay. There's no difference between Iran and a mass shooter other than the size of the weapons. They both kill as many people as they can, no matter who they are, pure evil as well as whoever defends them. And I don't think it matters what we think or feel about what happened in Iran. Have you seen the videos of everybody over there dancing in the street, praising and thanking? Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Smokey says, "Oh, go ahead."
No, I am so happy for the people that fled that country. We played multiple of them yesterday. I'm so happy for them.
I agree. You know, and when you said that there's a generation, there's two, did you say it or was I thinking it? Two generations of people that don't understand what's going on. For
47 years.
Yeah.
47 years.
So my niece, well, my daughter, she came home and she said that they were talking about it in school. And of course, this generation has been taught to hate Trump. So, you know, they were like, do you still support Trump? They were talking about, you know, her, because she's very vocal about her love for Donald Trump. And they were asking her, so do you still love Donald Trump? And she was like, absolutely. Like, I support him or whatever. And they were talking about him, you know, bombing Iran. And she was like, do you guys even understand how the people, the women, girls like us are treated in Iran? Like, she had to school her generation. And I think that as parents, like, of course, you know, it's not of high importance, but when things like this arise, like, give your kids a major history lesson, like, inform them of what's going on and what's been going on. They'll understand better and they'll appreciate what he's done. She's like, you know, Thea, I can't imagine walking through the street and just a man being able to just pick me up like whenever he wants. Like, yes, it happens here, but of course they're not supposed to. Did you know that just 2 days ago, they passed a law that Iranian men can beat their wives? And
well, that's been going on.
Oh, Shonda, you've got a major echo. No, but it's legal now as long as they don't cause a concussion or cut them. Like, it's legal.
I think I know what's going on. Hold on a second. Well, Rudy was fixing, and I think I'm on video. Turn me down for a second, Monica, and keep reading.
Okay, I've got you turned down. But I can still hear you. I guess through the vMix. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Okay. Cool Hand Lynn said DTF stands for down. Stop. Jay in Carlsbad said it's okay if you're ugly. Kevin supporting the brown bag special on women. Justin said DTF can only mean one thing. Wink, wink. No, they said it was the show that you just promoted for HBO. Dang. All of y'all text in with the DTF.
I should be good now, Monica. I should be good.
Okay, let me turn you back up.
Okay. Wait a second. Nope. It just turned back up on its own. All right.
When I pod your mic back up, you still have an echo.
Okay, turn me back up. It should be fine.
Yep. Okay. And I'm all right with the U.S. striking Iran. They send missiles to Israel all the time, and now sending a drone to Dubai and trying to blow up the world's tallest building. Keep it up, Trump. Take out the bad guys. Amen. Sam at Tater said, as a veteran, I agree. And why does the world hate Israeli so much? Asks John and Hobbs.
Well, because
it's in the Bible.
The Israelis are badass, and they have to be badass. You talk about being diligent. They have to be diligent every day of their lives.
Correct.
There's so much Israeli hate out there. Just like my buddy today telling me about, you guys are, at the beck and call of the Israelis. I don't believe we're at the beck and call of the Israelis. I think they're our allies, and I think we're going to be there to help them out. And that's what we should be. That's what we should be doing.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a copy now. Man, I tell you what, I am a mess today. God bless. I just had that. We haven't done the thought for the day, right? I could probably do it by heart, but. So have you watched Marshall, the brand new spinoff of Yellowstone?
I have not.
You haven't watched it?
Mm-mm.
So I'm just wondering if anybody has watched that. Anybody watched it? Is it worth my time?
Y'all
Maybe
need to let me
tomorrow
know.
I can watch. Yeah, I'll let you know. All right, thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. They've got the experience to take care of you. Excellent boom or bust, excellent quality and excellent service. Dependable boom or bust. They are there for you. They've got DEF, unleaded, diesel, and they deliver in the patch. Doesn't matter where you're located, on road, off road, they get it to you. Go to wakefieldOil.com, 575-622-4160. Proud sponsor of the Thought for the Day this morning.
Oh, I thought you were doing oil. I do apologize. I don't have a thought for the day. I guess you could say it's Monday. And no, it feels like a Monday. No, here we go.
I'll do it for you.
Go ahead.
Because I always preheating is just foreplay for ovens.
That was
I just
cute.
printed the desert wet. Yeah, that's it.
I have
All right,
those.
let me.
My bad.
You thought I was going to oil. I'm going to go
Yes.
to oil in just a second.
Okay.
In just a second. All right, let me get to the tweet of the day this morning, being brought to you by WWRV3.com. Get in touch with them today. They've got 3 RV parks in Carlsbad. If you're working in Carlsbad, they've got 30 and 50 amps available and 162 RV hookups. Pet friendly, very well lit up. Get in touch with them today. Go to the website, WWRV3.com, 988-0392. If you're en route to a job site and you are looking for a place to park your RV, do me a favor. Give them a call, 988-0392, and check them out. All right, this guy is one of my favorite. Representative Mark Wayne Mullins from Oklahoma. Talking about white people. So, Monica, if you look at me, would you consider me white?
I would.
See, I'm not white. I am Cajun. And I have the same protection as African Americans. I have the same protection as Hispanics because I am Cajun. And by the way, Mark Wayne Mullins, do you think he's white? Do you know who I'm talking about if you look at the screen?
Yes. He looks white.
You think he's white?
Yeah, he would.
You
I
think
mean, I
he's
would
white?
assume he's white. Yeah.
He's also not white. And I've talked about this, that 60% of people in Mexico have Caucasian blood in them. They just don't look white. They have blood, and that dates back to the Spaniards and the Germans and the French and, procreating in Mexico. But looks can sometimes be offensive or deceiving. And then when they come out with books that, look, kids don't know about race
Right.
until you tell them about race. Kids are naive about race. They don't care about race if they're friends with somebody. Sometimes older people really, and I don't think it happens as much as it used to, but really mess it up. Well, listen to Mark Wayne Mullins talking about this book. And then Bernie Sanders has some. This is 2 times in the last 2 weeks, Bernie Sanders has interrupted Mr. Mullins.
I'm going to
Listen
read
to this.
exactly what this book says. You guys might find it interesting. A long time ago, way before you were born, a group of white people made up an idea called race. They sorted people by skin color and said that white people were better, smarter, prettier, and they deserved more than everybody else. This would be taught if we socialize our pre-K system. This would be taught.
Do you disagree with that findings in the book?
1,000%. How about we teach Jesus loves me? How about this? In teaching Jesus loves the little children, the lyrics go red and yellow, black and white. They're all precious in our sight. Now, which one would you think would be better? I'll ask everybody on the panel. Which is better to teach? This, that is a a story that was made up to teach our kids. 3-year-olds who have no idea what race is, now all of a sudden is being taught that white people said this as a truth. Someone point at me that this being a truth, that white people developed race, that white people developed that all of a sudden that was our word that we developed. By the way, I'm Cherokee, Native American. I think we have experienced a little bit of racism before in my life, Chairman.
Senator Muller.
So I ask everybody on the panel, which one is better to teach?
Wow.
Is it about God? And now let's not even talk about race. Let's not even, why even discuss it? Doesn't make hill of beans. Kids don't care. Kids really don't care.
Especially at 3.
Not until we make them care, they start caring. Looks like Martin Heinrich says he's going to vote against Steve Pierce to lead the Federal Land Agency. I don't get it. Usually, if you get somebody from your home state in a cabinet position, man, you embrace that. You embrace that. So, Steve Pierce, you don't think Steve Pierce has the knowledge to run the Bureau of Land Management as the director?
Oh,
I mean, Steve Pierce has got energy, experience. He's got experience in Congress.
Mm-hmm.
He's got lots of experience.
Yes.
But Martin Heinrich Monday announced he would vote against Steve Pierce to run the Bureau of Land Management. Donald Trump made that nomination in November. And heck, it might be 2 years in office before Steve Pierce actually gets confirmed himself.
Wow.
We're like 1.5 years already almost, it seems. And we're just still confirming people. But Martin Heinrich saying he will vote against Steve Pierce. And not a surprise.
Yeah, no.
Steve Pierce is pro oil and gas. Martin Heinrich hates oil and gas. I get it. Martin Heinrich does not want drilling on federal land. Steve Pierce would embrace the drilling on federal land. But still, they're from the same state. Sad day yesterday. Bernalillo County Sheriff Officer Michael Shatman was killed in the line of duty. He was laid to rest yesterday. He was only 53 years of age. I'm going to get to Bill and Hillary coming up next. We played a cut yesterday from Sam Brigman. Deb Holland responds.
I'm going to show up to every community in New Mexico and see voters face to face and let them know that I care and listen. Above all, listen.
You mean let them know that you hate?
I don't think she's ever come to Southeast New Mexico. I could be mistaken. But she spends a lot of time in the northern end of the town and northern end of the state, I should say. And I don't think she's ever been to Southeast New Mexico. Bill Clinton revealing President Trump never said anything to link himself to the Epstein crimes, and Epstein never mentioned Donald Trump with the exception of a squabble over a land deal. So Bill Clinton clarified that yesterday, yesterday. But before I get to Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton went completely unhinged. Now, this was off the record. So it was not on the record. I guess they had taken a break, and she was PO'd.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know
Her
what she
face
was so
is
mad
telling
about?
already. What?
Oh, she was mad that they were taking pictures of her.
Oh my gosh.
Look, all of this should have been open for
Correct.
the world
She
to
should-
see.
yeah,
It should have been, it should have been open for everybody.
Yes.
It should have been televised on C-SPAN. That's why C-SPAN is there.
Yep.
Here's Hillary Clinton. She's a little hot under the
I have
collar.
photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing. If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would
sake.
like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was. It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well.
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
I'm
Go off
done.
the record.
I
Go off
am
the record.
done. I'm taking my damn pantsuit and I'm going
Wow.
home.
But if a normal person were to do that, right?
I am going home. I'm taking the pantsuit.
Did you see how
I
she
am
slammed
going
her
home.
fist?
Oh yeah, she was very upset. Very, very upset. All right, here's some of the questions that went down for Bill Clinton asking about
Ever
sex.
have any sexual contact with young women or girls in the presence of Epstein or Maxwell?
No.
Did you ever have sexual contact with any young woman or girl introduced to you by Epstein or Maxwell?
No.
Mr. President, with the benefit of hindsight, were there things you witnessed that could have suggested that Epstein was trafficking and sexually abusing young women and girls?
I do not believe so.
Oh, wow.
All right, you heard that pause, right?
Yes.
You heard the pause? Yeah, that says, to me, that says everything. It says everything.
Absolutely.
The pause. Now, at one point, they asked Hillary Clinton about the pictures of Bill Clinton in the hot tub. Here's what she responded. Then they asked the same question about Bill Clinton in the hot club, and he'll
I'm not going
respond.
to speculate.
You didn't have any feelings about young women massaging your husband.
I am not going to offer opinions or speculation about anything that I have no context for and was not there.
So he was
Of
doing
course
you
you weren't
dirty when he
there.
was kicking it with Epstein.
Of
That was
course
it.
he weren't there. Well, look, I think everybody understands that Bill and Hillary, they were a sham marriage to begin with. Hillary, and there's nothing against it. Hillary likes she doesn't like men.
Right. She has a disdain for them. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So she doesn't like men. But they asked Bill Clinton about the hot tub pic. Here's what he said.
Either at the very end of my term or maybe the next year. Anyway, he wanted, when he knew I was coming, and he said he wanted to help me with my AIDS initiative, and he invited me to stay there. And he said, I want you to stay at this hotel, and I hope you'll use the pool. So I did, and then I got out and went to bed, exhausted.
Just for the record, there's another picture that also
Oh,
shows
I
this
bet you were.
as part of the larger pool area. Do you all have that so that he can refresh his recollection with respect to that?
You should have it. It's quite enlightening. If you watch this,
Yes, it's noted.
it'll
Yes.
give you a different feel.
Thank you.
Okay.
We don't have it with us right now.
Okay,
We do
thanks. I just
have
wanted
it
to
as
make
well.
sure.
Yeah, and there's plenty of time. The attorney wanted him to shut the hell up. No, they didn't want him to continue on. They did not want him to speak.
Never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in it.
No, he's talking about
Whatever.
Trump. He's talking about he's
Oh,
talking
okay,
about
okay.
he's talking about Trump. He's talking about Trump and talking about that he never heard anything about Trump mentioned with Epstein.
He never, the president never, this is 20-something years ago, never said anything to me to make me think he was involved in anything improper with regard to Epstein either. He just didn't. He just said we were friends, and then we had a falling out over a land deal, property deal. That's all.
Now, Democrats, many of the liberals are saying that he has bought his freedom by saying Donald Trump had nothing to do with it. So you can't have it both ways. Look, this guy has been at every Democrat convention since the beginning of time, pretty close. He's been there for a long, long, long time. He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Are you giving him a pass? Hillary Clinton continued to testify on the
I'm
record.
going to answer your question.
Now you're gonna yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to yell at
time
me.
doing.
I'm a
I
survivor
spent
trying to look out for other
Well,
survivors trying to
and
get to the
I
bottom
was
of it.
taking care
You
of
waited
the
6
people
months
who
to
lost
get here today.
3,000
6 months,
lives
and now you're being
at World
defiant
Trade
and
Center.
indignant today.
You asked me
I
about
have met
Howard
with
Lutnick.
Epstein survivors. I'm a survivor myself. You have emails. You've denied that Jeffrey Epstein, that you tried to get Jeffrey Epstein to give money to you.
I did
but
not.
Howard Lutnick was
If you
used to
have an
get
email
money.
with me asking Jeffrey
I
Epstein
have
for
an
money,
email from Howard Lutnick sending it to Jeffrey Epstein and his people to
I
raise
don't-
money
I
for
don't
you
know about-
for an event, an intimate event for you at his offices
Well,
at Cantor Fitzgerald. You're
look,
going to sit
if
here
you-
today
if you would
and,
let me
and,
finish.
and obfuscate and say to this committee, you didn't try to get money from Jeffrey Epstein when there was an intimate event in an email that Howard Lutnick emailed to Epstein's people and Epstein to get him to come to your intimate event at Cantor Fitzgerald, a very small event. And so I'm not going to public. You want to yell at me, that's fine, but I'll yell right back.
Well,
okay? I am looking out for
it's
survivors.
very-
I'm doing
look.
the job that you would not do and refuse to do.
So
Boy, she just thinks she is really entitled.
Okay, so whenever you stop, when a person is arguing their point like that, I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about body language. So when a person is arguing a point like that and they're trying to defend it, and then they just shut up to hear what the other person is saying, mentally they are going through the motions to see if you have the story correct. So in that moment when Hillary just shut up to hear what she said, she wanted to hear what that prosecutor or whoever was questioning her, if she had it right.
And by the way,
I don't doubt it.
You know, at a lot of times, they didn't want Bill Clinton to keep speaking.
Yeah.
See, Hillary Clinton basically answered the questions, 1 or 2 lines. That's it.
That's it.
Bill Clinton would elaborate about stuff, and I
He's
was
a
wrong.
talker.
I thought he was going to get up. I thought he was going to get up there like Biden Jr. with dementia. I don't remember anything. What day is it? I mean, that's what I thought he was going to do. I'm wrong, but they didn't want him. His attorney definitely didn't want him to answer questions.
Either at the very end of my term or maybe the next year. Anyway, he wanted, when he knew I was coming, and he said he wanted to help me with my AIDS initiative, and he invited me to stay there. And he said, I want you to stay at this hotel, and I hope you'll use the...
So I'm just wondering why they wanted him to stay at a specific hotel.
And why would another grown man encourage another grown man to use the pool? Amen. Go get, what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know what he's thinking. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Ain't no way.
I don't know. But they did ask him about, did he believe that Epstein committed suicide? And he did speak about he said Epstein was never suicidal.
To ask you personally and directly, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Are you asking him to speculate on how Mr. Epstein died?
I am asking what the president thinks of.
So you're asking his opinion?
Mr. President, was your friend Jeffrey Epstein suicidal?
Are you classifying him as a friend who he has testified that he was friendly?
He has called him a friend in a letter.
He said he was friendly.
No. He went to the White House 17 times. You flew on his jet 27 times. It sounds like you were damn friends with him.
Yeah.
I mean, serious. Like him, don't like him, I don't care. It sounds like you were friends with him. But the attorney, look, her job is to sit up there and wear the pearl necklace, and it looks really good. The white pearls against the black sweater, it looks good. But she didn't want him to answer the question.
You've asked for his testimony.
Mr. President, do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was suicidal?
Do you know?
Was he ever
She's asking to the
suicidal?
best of your
I
understanding.
don't know. I only know what the medical finding was. I think maybe
That's it.
he finally got caught, and I don't know. I've accepted it in my own mind. I don't know what happened,
Mr. President, what did you accept? That he killed himself or that he did not?
but he did. But I don't know.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Neither do
Mr.
you.
President.
We don't. None of us know.
Yeah, you don't know. And you probably don't know because Hillary didn't tell you, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought one thing that was revealing, he said that Trump never said anything to link him to Epstein, and Epstein never said anything to link him to Trump. So that is one thing. And, you know, at some point, Hillary Clinton last week on Thursday did storm out of the deposition, as she pretty much abandoned the deposition and because she wasn't getting her way. That is the Hillary way. That is the Clinton way. It's been going on for a long, long time. Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, has been missing over a month. That $1 million reward remains unclaimed. And sad, sad story. I pretty much sell it all along. No calls, no demands. The whole thing just sad. And that retirement community, a lot of people in that retirement community are extremely worried.
Yeah.
And I don't think it had anything to do with anybody else. I think this sounds personal to me. I am not an expert, though, but it just sounds, somebody close to her sounds personal. Migration is down, but human remains still are showing up along the border. El Paso sector, illegal immigration remains at a historic low, and the Mexico-U.S. border, but skeletal remains keep showing up in the deserts of New Mexico. According to brand new information, look, all the numbers are way, way down. Border agents encounter about 149 deceased individuals in 2023, 176 in 2024. And they believe that the numbers will go up in 2025. But the numbers are way, way, way down. But skeletal remains, they found about 100 skeletal remains along the Mexican border in the El Paso sector. Task force working San Juan County dismantled 20 different drug trafficking operations in just one county, San Juan County. Wow. Over the last 2 years, Regional 2 Narcotics Task Force has investigated multiple drug trafficking operations in the county. Task force seized more than 100,000 fentanyl pills and close to a half a pound of fentanyl powder. According to the new numbers that came out, they said that they discovered 47 pounds of methamphetamine and over a pound of cocaine and more than a half a pound of heroin. 16 defendants are being federally indicted on these very serious charges. Why are they being federally indicted? Because New Mexico, our sentencing doesn't have enough oomph in it. Charge them federally, and maybe they'll continue to be, maybe they'll be locked up for a while. Greg Hall, proud to get the endorsement from the police and fire unions, along with many others. So that information came out yesterday. So congratulations going out to Greg Hall for New Mexico. And Bill Clinton calls the Democrats out over the antics, said no follow-up questions. Video released Monday shows President Bill Clinton criticizing Democrats during his deposition. And look, Bill Clinton is an attorney. I've always asked this question. Why does an attorney need an attorney? Hillary Clinton is an attorney. Why does an attorney need an attorney? Makes no sense. Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Lieutenant Governor Patrick, was on Newsmax yesterday talking about be very diligent when it comes to threats across the United States, sleeper cells. And I would lead to believe that that person, that attack in Austin, Texas, was probably a sleeper cell.
Right.
Hey, when we come back, we'll hear from President Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth. We'll dive into both of those coming up in just a second. Monica and the text, and we got to talk about, Monica, do you think rotisserie chicken should be permitted as a carry-on item going through TSA?
I'm going to say no.
Chicken.
No.
Think about that. I'll come back to the story in just a second. Price Oil this morning being brought to you by Del Perm. Del Perm, of course, Oilfield Specialties, delivering integrity to the industry. Top-of-the-line supplies and services. Del Perm is out in the Delaware and the Permian. So if you need specialty tools or safety equipment, cleanup equipment, everything from cool-down trailers to maybe you need pressure washing equipment, they've got you covered. And everybody is talking about the Filtrek system, the automated filtration system. It is the future of the oil field fluid filtration. It is no downtime, no need to shut down the rig. By the way, it takes out 99% of the gunk. Yeah, and probably, besides no shutdown, probably the other great thing is it cuts down on labor costs. No filter pots to change, no disposal of the filter pots. It's self-cleaning. Get in touch with them. Get they can show you a demonstration, not a problem. 575-392-4204. Go to the website, dpfiltration.com for more information. Monica and the price of oil this morning.
West Texas Intermediate is coming in at $76.15. Brent crude, $83.50. And natural gas is $3.13.
All right, we're going to get you updated with the weather coming up. Also, we got taken out the trash, things that happen on this date in history. We'll continue to keep you updated with everything going on this morning. Monica and the text. We'll go to the text. We'll check the weather. We'll take a break, but we'll talk about the rotisserie chicken. Should I take a chicken? Are you kidding me?
This texter said an attorney that represents themselves has a fool for a client. Very foggy on the relief route in Carlsbad this morning. Mentioned. Oh, okay, that one's for me. Hold on just a sec. I watched about half of Marshall and was not at all that impressed. Maybe it's because I just miss Yellowstone, Texas helicopter mechanic said. And the majority of Democrat women are two-baggers, said Uncle Mike. David from Roswell said, I liked the show, Marshall. I can't wait for the next episode. And this texter said, Marshall doesn't air until March 18th.
No. First episode was March 2nd, which was Sunday. I'm pretty sure because I looked at it. I didn't watch it, but I thought it was March 2nd it debuted. I'm going to look that up as Monica reads.
As a matter of fact, I watched the first episode of Marshall last night. It's kind of questionable. I mean, you can't go to a solid crime that quick within 40 minutes, said this texter. Certified White Boy said, Israel is so badass that they found a guy named Epstein to gain influence over the elites of the world, says Certified White Boy. Chingon said, in the big picture, war is a necessary evil. War builds tough men, and America needs more tough men.
Amen.
I support Big
Amen.
T Dizzle. Let's get in there and hump it and dump it. Don't drag it out, said Big Trucker C. Greg from Artesia said, well, on you live feed. You must have sent another one. Completely silent on your live feed from Facebook. Are you the only one experiencing that, Greg? Is anybody else watching on Facebook and not getting audio? Let us know.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay. Shorty from Lovington says, good morning, morning show. Good morning, Shorty. The all day
That sounds like us.
Okay. It must be your phone.
Yeah, it sounds like us.
The all-day texter says, so you got that alcoholic Fox News host sitting there telling America's army that they are not defenders no more, that they are warriors, that they need to die, basically for their country. No, 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 no. This is all about Israel. Israel has paid them off, and if a few people are too dumb and too blind to see this, then y'all are all traitors to America, just like
Wait.
said.
You're talking about Hegstep
He
being
is.
a drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Donald-
look. Have you ever gone out and tied one on? Because I have. And I'm not a big time drinker anymore, but I've gotten ugly. I've gotten ugly. I've gotten ugly and did stupid stuff. So, Pete, I just saw him like, yeah, you think he's drunk today? Because I watched him bench like 365 pounds. I don't think you're doing that if you're alcoholic. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, I don't think it's been proven that he's alcoholic. I have zero problems with what's going on. None. And by the way, Marshall's debuted on Sunday, March the 1st. So first episode, March 1st. Second episode will be March 8th. If I got that right. Yeah. 1 + 7. Yeah. 8. Thank God I got that right. That was tough. That was tough. It's really tough. All right. We're going to check the weather and then we'll take a break. Rotisserie chicken. So I just don't think a rotisserie chicken should be able to pass through airport security. Look, I can't bring more than 4 ounces on the plane. And you're going to let me bring a rotisserie chicken. Did somebody check that chicken? Did they grope the chicken? Kind of unusual that a traveler recently attempted to pass through the airport security with a full rotisserie chicken designated as an emotional support item. True story. Transportation Secretary responded to the incident by clarifying it is specific regulations regarding cooked poultry and prepared food and carry-on luggage. While the agency does not officially recognize the food item as emotional support animal, current safety requirements allow passengers to transport solid food through the checkpoint. So if you want to bring a bird that's cooked through security, that will be okay. Yeah. It did not violate any federal aviation law. I would have thought that would have violated some type of law. But nope, rotisserie chicken, you're good to go. All right, we've got Jeffries talking about we are not the police of the world. Hakeem Jeffries. We'll hear from Pete Hegseth. Somebody called him the drunk this morning. And Donald Trump. Donald Trump updates us on Iran. We'll get to all of that, plus taking out the trash. And we'll keep you updated with everything going on. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Kinetic. GoKinetic.com. Ready to cut the cord on slow cable internet? Well, maybe it's time to upgrade with Kinetic. The FiberMax plan from Kinetic delivers 100% fiber with the Wi-Fi 7, which means that you can do everything better. It's internet built for the way we live today, powered by the eero Pro 7 gateway, making it faster, smoother, and safer. FiberMax is worry-free, backed by the Kinetic promise that every room in your house will have connectivity along with every device before they leave. You're going to get smoother wall-to-wall coverage that's ready for whatever's next. 100% Kinetic Fiber Internet. You get $200 plus a 3-year price guarantee right now. GoKinetic.com, subject to availability and eligibility. Terms and conditions do apply. Weather for the day, it's warming up today. High temperature today, getting up to about 88. Sunny skies for southeast New Mexico. Maybe by Thursday, we have some windy weather in the forecast. 69 in Ruidoso today. Sunny skies, looking good. You've got wind in the forecast by Thursday. And today in Albuquerque, beautiful day, 75 and sunny. Some blowing dust and windy weather by Thursday. So Thursday is the day. So enjoy today and tomorrow. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. It's already 7:10. Let's get you updated with news. News this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. They're right there on Eddy Street. Savings going on right now include whole fryers, $1.19 a pound. Tilapia, $3.99 a pound. Get the Boston Butt pork roast for $1.99 a pound. London broil for $5.49 a pound. Also get russet potatoes, 5-pound bag for $1.49. Get the avocados, 99 cents each, and the large bell peppers, the green ones, 3 for $1. And the deli, start off with the white bread. Get a loaf for just $1.58 a loaf. Also get the pickle pepper or the olive loaf for $5.98 a pound. And get the roasted chicken breast for $7.98 a pound. Coldest beer in, of course, Pecos. You can find it at La Tienda. And don't forget right now, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Big Red. Get 2 12-packs for $11. Save today at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. Taking a break. We're coming right back. KWMW Malchamore, 105.1 FM. Also, we're at KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso and KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. If you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, thank you. Give us a thumbs up if you would. Thank you. And if you would, hit that notification button. That way you get notified when we go on the air every time we go on the air. So if you could do that, appreciate that so much. 7:12, taking a break. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. After serving in multiple roles at the Roswell Police Department during the last 19 and a half years, Alberto Aldana has now stepped into the department's top job, officially taking over as RPD chief on Sunday. He joined RPD in September of 2006 and has held the positions and ranks of detective, sergeant in the Patrol Division, Technical Services Unit, and Criminal Investigations Division at different times, and then lieutenant in each of those 3 divisions at different times. Aldana was promoted to deputy chief in August of 2022 and has served in that position until his promotion to chief. At 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, Lovington residents who want to address the current city ordinance regarding chickens and other fowl and livestock, including rabbits, within the city limits will have the opportunity to share their opinions during a town hall meeting at the Troy Harris Community Center, 201 Main Street in Lovington. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has issued a legal opinion declaring that the prohibitions under Senate Bill 14, making it illegal for healthcare providers to transition children, does apply to mental health care providers licensed by the Texas Behavioral Health Executive Council. The opinion summary states, any licensee that facilitates the provision of unlawful procedures or treatments that aim to transition a child's sex are thus forbidden from receiving public money in support of those efforts and separately risk revocation of their license to practice. And the city of Roswell is hosting Taking Out the Trash events where residents can dispose of large items for free. March 7th at the DeBremen Stadium, 201 West 10th Street, March 21st at RIAC Park, 28 Earl Cummings Loop, and on March 28th at Roswell Municipal Landfill, 3006 West Brasher Road. For more information, call 575-624-6746. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
News this hour is being brought to you by Hall & J Trucking of Lovington, providing services in all of South Central and Southeast New Mexico on into Texas. Let Hall & J haul for you.
Holland J Trucking LLC of Lovington, providing services in all of South Central and Southeast New Mexico, on into Texas, with haul trucks, step decks, billy dumps, dump trucks, and backhoe services. We also have availability on forklifts, main lifts, telehandlers, pipe racks, and catwalks. With a new office and yard coming soon to Lovington, give us a call today at 575-396-1380. And at Holland J Trucking Hall for you.
Looking for ways to save energy and money? Zia Natural Gas Company is here to help. Upgrade your home with high-efficiency natural gas heating and enjoy generous rebates. Get $125 back on qualifying high-efficiency natural gas water heaters or $200 back on tankless models with top-tier energy performance. Visit zngc.com and check out base heater and water heating rebate programs today. Rebates are limited and processed on a first-come, first-served basis. Don't miss out. Zia Natural Gas Company, warming your home, saving you money.
Daniel Villas here at Permian Ford Lincoln, your home with the Permian Powertrain Promise. You guys need to come check us out. We have a lot of 2025 models left. I looked at the lot recently. It's about over 60 that need to go. $500 over invoice to sell is happening now. That's a pre-tax sale that's going on right now, all the way through the end of tax time. So we get rid of these bad boys, you're going to be saving it. We got truckloads coming in. We're ready to go. We're ready to make you a deal. 1000 North El Paso, Hobbs, America.
Not all 2025 trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Looking for a career where your income isn't capped? At Kinetic 100% Fiber Internet, a Unity Group brand, you'll earn competitive base pay, uncapped commissions, and a sign-on bonus. Plus, full benefits including medical, dental, vision coverage, and a 401k plan. No sales experience? No worries. No college degree required. Just bring your drive, and we'll provide paid training, ongoing coaching, and educational assistance. Apply now at careers.uniti.com and start earning.
At Ornelas Injury Lawyers, we represent resilience, sacrifice, strength. We represent muddied boots and calloused hands. We represent the hardworking people who risk their lives every day to build a better future. If you or a loved one is injured in the field, our team will fight fiercely to get you the justice, the money, and the peace of mind you deserve. Call Ornelas Injury Lawyers at 575-800-0000 and recover more.
This Eunice Cardinal Sports Report is brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and Jal, New Mexico.
Looking for oilfield, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection, and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for, and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle, or call 575-393-3383.
Patrick Rooney here with MTD Radio Sports. The Eunice Lady Cardinals basketball team finished the regular season going 12-13 and 4-6 in district, putting them at 4th place in 2A District 4, and are soon to begin the 2026 Newsenda Credit Union Girls Basketball State Championships. Opening the first round as the number 14 seed, going against the number 3 seed Tatum on Friday, March 6th at 6 p.m. Following that game, I'll have an update from head coach Gary Frazier to talk about the outcome and the future of the program.
This Eunice Cardinal Sports Report was brought to you by America Supply, located in Hobbs and now open in Jal, New Mexico.
Your morning show powered by your Ford dealer. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford. Be in the Breakfast Club's motto is, maybe other people will try to limit us, but we won't limit ourselves.
Can I tell you a secret?
This is not headline news. Paramount Plus and HBO Max will be combined into one streaming service after the sale of Warner Brothers is approved. No word yet on whether it'll be called Paramax or HBO Mount. Today is National If Pets Had Thumbs Day. Expect more holidays like this as hallucinogenic mushrooms become increasingly legal. A water park is selling ranch-flavored milkshakes. You'll see the aftermath of them floating in the pool at the end of the slide. And Shia LaBeouf was arrested again in New Orleans. He was taken into custody by the NOPD's Shia LaBeouf unit. This is not headline news.
They've got a complete new unit just for him. That's how many times this guy has been arrested in New Orleans. It's pretty crazy. Shia LaBeouf, the crime unit, coming to a neighborhood near you. Craziness. Hey, morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Make a Mirror. Atlas Make a Mirror. If you haven't checked out the Atlas Make a Mirror, go to the website, atlasmakeamirror.com for more information. Also on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, look, if you're a brand new listener, hey, that's cool. Thanks for listening. And you haven't heard about the Atlas Make a Mirror. ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification. Comes with LED lights, comes with the travel case, makes it easy to take anywhere in the world. Weighs less than 4 pounds. And they also just rolled out the brand new pocket mirrors. That one goes in your back pocket. If you wear jeans, you can put it right there in the back pocket. And then the other one fits in your purse. So you can look good no matter where you go. 575-631-3189, atlasmakeamirror.com for more information. The Pentagon posted information about the Iranian war. And I hate to even call it a war because it's really not a war. And so they're giving updates. We'll hear from President Trump coming up next. Looks like a sweeping new study suggesting that kids with severe tooth decay face a higher risk of heart disease and strokes later on in life. So more tooth decay, more problems with their heart later on in life. New study also says that you should be brushing. Passenger evacuated on JetBlue flight at Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood International Airport, Hollywood, Florida, of course, after a man allegedly claimed to have a bomb on board.
Oh, wow.
Of course, he changed the tune when the plane landed. Yeah, he said, "This is the bomb." And of course, he was talking about the tuna sandwich. There's a couple things that you don't want to ever say on a plane anymore. Bomb being one of them.
That's a good one. For somebody to describe a tuna sandwich as being bomb, come on now.
Yeah. Maybe a shrimp salad. Maybe that would be the bomb.
Maybe a BLT sandwich.
Not that. I don't. Tuna anything, I really don't want. Hey, this weekend, daylight savings time. Monica, which direction do we go?
Forward.
Turn the clock ahead 1 hour and spring into daylight savings time.
So that means you got to go to bed an hour earlier the night before.
So I'm going to ask this question coming up on Friday, or we'll do it Thursday. You think we ought to be messing around with this still?
No.
Daylight savings time? I'm just done with it.
Me too.
Let's change it and not touch it.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. Yeah, I would rather the time coming up because the day, it stays darker in the afternoon. I would be good with that. And I know a lot of people say, well, then there are kids that have to go to school and they're going to school in the dark. And so, yeah, either way.
Yeah.
But you're going to spring ahead 1 hour. So get ready for that. Former Major League Baseball pitcher Dan Serfarini. I have never heard of this guy. I'm not a big Major League Baseball. SERAFINA will spend the rest of his life behind bars for shooting his in-laws at their California home. He killed one of them in a twisted plot to inherit their fortune. What are you talking about, inherited their fortune? You were a pitcher in Major League Baseball. You guys make a buttload of money. And Shia LaBeouf, you just heard it, arrested again for battery charges in Louisiana, in New Orleans. This is a new incident. Yeah, the other one happened on Fat Tuesday. And yesterday, I don't know if it was also a Tuesday. Well, maybe Shia has designated Tuesday get arrested day. That's the only thing that comes to mind for me. I don't mind crowds. If there weren't for so many people, I wouldn't mind the crowds. I would have no problem with the crowds if there weren't so many people. And Americans have purchased 720 slices of pie every year. 720 million slices
Oh
of
my
pie
God. I was going to
every
say.
year. Yeah, million slices of pie.
Wow.
But enough about me, okay?
Enough.
Let me guess Monica's favorite pie.
What?
Mississippi mud pie. Killing myself.
Is
I
it
am
really
killing
made?
myself
Hey,
this
if
morning.
it's really made with some mud, I'll try it.
Have you ever had the Mississippi mud pie?
I haven't, but I'm gonna assume that it's like a chocolate pie, right?
Yeah, it's a chocolate
Mhm.
pie. Yeah, no mud included. Yeah, no mud.
Millionaire pie is actually my
President-
favorite.
Yeah, I like my favorite pie is probably key lime pie.
Mhm.
Favorite cake is pineapple upside down cake. In case
All right,
anybody wants to make
Tommy.
me a pie or a cake. Yeah. So that where do you think Tom got that from?
From you?
And then once he tried it, he had to have it. All right,
Hey,
Justin
oh, go ahead.
Timberlake is suing Sag Harbor to stop releasing his DUI arrest body cam footage. Hey, you can sue all you want. That's public record now. You're in the system. Sorry, sexy's back. You didn't look real sexy in those pictures. So the 45-year-old singer filed a complaint in Suffolk County Supreme Court Monday in an attempt to block the release of that video from June of 2024 when he was arrested. Look, it's public information now. I don't, and you know what? You do the crime, you do the, and you know what? Maybe a little shaming will make you think, I am a millionaire. I don't have to drive while I'm intoxicated. Why do I? No. U.S. Supreme Court may toss a law barring gun owners from being drug users. So the U.S. Supreme Court apparently likely to strike down, they did yesterday, strike down a federal law prohibiting habitual abusers of illegal drugs from owning guns. Conservative dominated court will decide whether, I think they decided that yesterday. For whatever reason, it came up yesterday. I think they threw that out and said they won't go along with that. For whatever reason, I'm thinking that happened. What's strange, this story came out yesterday at 2:15 p.m., and it says it will appear on Monday. Weird story. Thank you, Newsmax, for throwing me out. NBA team to honor a strip club during the International Women's Month. Do you think that's in poor choice,
Yeah.
poor taste?
Yeah.
So the Atlanta Hawks making the most out of the International Women's Month by teaming up with a famous strip club called Magic City Monday. On March 16th, it's going to be Magic City Monday, where strippers get in. No, I'm not saying that strippers get in for half price. But they're teaming up with a strip club for a promotion. Magic City Monday on March 16th. By the way, there'll be specialty food and a halftime performance from T.I., who kind of likes strippers. At least that's what I'm told. Washington political class went to war yesterday talking about Soleimani. He's dead now. And at one point, Ian Omar asked Nancy Mace if she was drunk. Nancy Mace set the tone about the supreme leader, confirmed that he was dead. Said, my heart goes out to Ian Omar and Toledo Rashid, and sending prayers and thoughts. Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah.
By the way, Ian Omar responded back, have you been drinking? No, I haven't been drinking. And the Supreme Court yesterday declined to decide whether individuals with felony records can permanently be disarmed under the Second Amendment. Court declined to hear that case yesterday. So the Supreme Court is busy on a lot of different things. When are we going to hear about birthright citizenship? Is that coming down the pipe anytime soon? I don't think so. President Trump gave us an update on the Iran bombing. Here's what he had to say.
We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries.
So do you think Donald Trump messes with people's names on purpose? I do.
Yeah.
I think he's doing that on purpose.
To aggravate people.
I think he's doing it on purpose. Yeah. And Pete Hegseth had this to say about that. He gave an update on Iran. Here's what
If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you.
Yeah, I mean, some texters said that he's a drunk. He just didn't sound drunk there. Did you hear any slurring of words or anything?
No.
I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any slurring of words. Not one slurring of words. And Hakeem Jeffries. What do we call him? The Timu version of Obama?
Barack. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he should look at Barack, because Barack did the same thing 8 different times.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody said squat about Barack.
Nope.
Nothing. Didn't say a darn thing about Barack. But listen to Hakeem Jeffries talking about, we're not the keeper, we're not the sheriffs of everybody.
There's nowhere in the United States Constitution where it says that we are to be the policemen and women of the world. I mean, that's the reality. Yes, we are the leaders of the free world at this particular point in time, but there's a role for the United States to play in terms of diplomacy, building coalitions, and none of that was done in this particular instance. And the American people, again, are not interested in their taxpayer dollars being spent for another failed regime change.
All right, so that is the question of the day. Do you have a problem with your tax dollars being spent to take out Khomeini? And not just Khomeini, 48 leaders of what was going on in Iraq. Do you have a problem with that this morning? I would love to hear from you. You can call our text this morning, 877-396-W105. I would love to hear from you. By the way, another update coming up. Nightmare in Dubai unfolds. American couple is in Dubai as the Iranians turn a safe haven into a war zone. So Iran started bombing their allies. At one time, all the Muslim countries were their allies. And so they started turning the weapons on people that were supposed to be their allies. Mm-hmm. But in this case, they had all sided with Israel. This is kind of strange. This is unheard of, that Muslim countries, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, they all sided with the United States and Israel. This is unheard of in the United States. The keepers of everybody. Look, I don't think we have to be the keepers of everybody, but I do believe that we need to do the right thing. And I think what we're doing is the right thing. We took out a terrible man, and I'm good with that. All right, taking out trash coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. Farm and ranch supplies, Western wear, feed for your animals, trailers, tank, tack, fencing materials, Western wear. Check them out, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Online at roswelllivestock.com. Also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Check them out today. Monica in the text, taking out the trash up next, 7:35.
Smokey says, good morning, you guys. Have a great day. And good morning to my butthead. I love you. B, did you notice that when Trump bombed the dude in Iran, it was in their 9th month and the 11th day of Ramadan? So in a way, he was paying them back for attacking us on 9/11.
Well, something else to note is that in January, we took out Maduro. February, who did we take out? We took out somebody else in February.
The cartels, the Mexican cartels.
Yeah, the Mexican, what's his name?
Mencho.
Mencho.
El Pushi.
So we took out Maduro, Mencho, and then we took out the supreme leader. By the way, Diana Ross hates when he's called the supreme leader. She really does. She's not happy. Continue.
If several countries are launching rockets and bombs at each other, I think that's a war by definition. Look it up, said this texter. And they need to get rid of the time change and just leave it where it's at. Smokey said, I don't participate in that craziness with the moving time back and forth. I hate that crap with the time. Cowboy fan said, I seem to make bad decisions at night. So the earlier I get it over with, the easier it is for me to get going in the morning. I prefer to stick to the time we are on now. That's funny. And when are
Me
you
too.
when are you Cajuns going to get tired of a California boy coming to New Orleans and beating up on you? Quit holding back and open a can of whoop on him, says Roy from Jow.
Did you see the dude when he went to look? He was beat up by a gay dude, and that's why he got his butt whipped. Yeah, the guy was gay, and he told him like the F word, and the gay dude beat him up. Look, he's not a big guy. Shia LaBeouf is not a big. I mean, when you think about who was in Transformers with him, what was the name?
The girl?
Oh, yeah, he ended up marrying her, or they were in a relationship. Isn't her last name Fox? Anyway,
Megan
she
Fox.
was much bigger than Megan Fox. She was much bigger than him.
Yeah. We
He
have a
needs
new
rehab. He needs a friend.
He does.
For sure.
He does. And we have a new texter who says, this is my first time texting in. I love the show. Not sure if I'm texting the right number. You are.
Hey, thank you. Please let us know where you're texting from, if you would.
I think they're from up north because they've got a 505 area code. They're an original. And hell no, take them out, USA or USA. God bless America and all of our troops, said this texter. Amen. Certified White Boy said, B, they're starting to find the files about Trump. He was part of it. People.
Part of what? Epstein?
Yeah, I guess
I mean,
so.
look, if so, release the information. Release the information. I'm not going by hearsay. And, I'm just going to be honest with you. If Trump was part of it, they'd already released it.
I agree. A long
They
time
would have
ago.
released it under the Biden administration.
Mhm.
He released 3 million files. By the way, Biden, Kamala Harris, how many? Zip. Nada. Nunca.
This texter.
Nicho.
This texter said, question to you guys. What does America gain from this war? And disagreeing with a foreign nation does not make you anti-Semitic or a Nazi. You sound like CNN. Do you want to answer the person?
No. Look, this goes back for a long, long time. They have been taking who do you think's funding the Houthis? Who do you think's funding them? That would be Iran. That would be Iran. Who do you think is, in many cases, funding Syria? Oh, that would be Iran. How many times do we let them kill Americans? And when you start threatening Americans with nuclear activity, you want to threaten us, you threaten our president. It's time for their leader to go. And they did exactly what we should have done 47 years ago. But under the likes of the Georgia Plan peanut farmer, Jimmy Carter, we weren't going to do that. And I'm not for an out-and-out war. Just, you know what I've always said? Bomb them and let God sort it out. And I think the people in Iran want to be free, and I think they will figure it out. I'm good with it.
Damn it, Daniel says, I watched, my Mexican coming out. I watched Marshall's last night. I thought it was pretty good. Some of the acting was a little off, but it's still worth watching. Dark-skinned Mexican says, not going to be a strung out war. We cut snakes' heads off and trip, not backing down and going to 100%. Beating their wives has always been legal. It's written in the Quran. Really? I was not aware of that. Let's see what this texter sent in. Oh, DTF. They sent in a picture of DTF St. Louis. Oh, is that why you watched it? Because it was in St. Louis? DTF St. Louis? What does that stand for, though? DTF. B.
I have no idea.
Oh. And no, not the slang DTF. Hedrick is just another libtard, said Chase. Well, Chase. And the stock market is getting effing crushed, said Jeff from the Patch. Can I say that? Iran came to the negotiating table and informed us that they had enough enriched uranium to make 11 nukes within the next 3 weeks. We hit them first. People can cry harder, said a Belen listener. John from Seminole says, Americans have short memories and sound like they need to remember how many Americans were killed by the Iranian regime.
Hey, the Lebanon Marine barracks. By the way, I wouldn't call it crushed. We're at like 47,928. The market hasn't even really opened yet. So I wouldn't call it crushed, that we're being crushed. Look, we're a bunch of spoiled brats is what we are. Let's remember where it was when Donald Trump took office. Let's remember where it was most of Joe Biden's entire presidency. It was about 35-ish. So we're not being crushed. We're way ahead of where we were more than a year ago. So we're good. We're good.
Skinner said, good morning, B. Monica. May you all have a great, blessed new day. Thank you, Skinner. I can always count on you to wish us a very well morning.
God bless you.
Haas from Artesia said, should have done Iran in 1979 when they took hostages. I was 17 and in the Army, ready to go. Great news. It's working. You guys are right. I grew up in the Four Corners. Now I live in Seminole. Glad I was able to find a great radio morning show. God bless. Hard work, clean living. Aw, good for you. Rockets Funky fan said, word. Preach it, B. And Big John said, Shia LaBeouf keeps messing around. They're going to put a hoodoo on him.
No, they will. Yeah, somebody's going to go down to Marie Vaudot. Her little gree. She's got like a store where you can go get black magic stuff right there close to Jackson Square. And they're going to start like putting stuff on him, some gree. See, y'all call it black magic. We call that gree.
Gree. All right. The U.S. is not supposed to be the world's welfare country either. People that blame Israel for America attacking Iran are insane. America and Israel have mutual enemies, and Iran funds groups like the Houthis that target Americans and have targeted American military bases in the past. Another DA texter, you can insert whatever words you'd like to for DA. Not a war, but USA soldiers are dying. Our troops deserve more than dying in a not a war.
Well, let me stop. Let me ask you a question. Loss of life is terrible. Loss of life is terrible. Anybody losing a family member is terrible. But when they signed up, they knew what they were getting into, right? They knew what they were doing. And they loved every minute of being part of our military. If not, guess what? They'd have got out. Loss of life is terrible. It sucks. I wish we would lose nobody, but we lost 6 individuals, and it's bad. But most of the people that fight in our military wouldn't change one thing about what they do. I talked to a young man today on Messenger who is in the Air Force. And he said, wherever the call is, I will follow. Whatever the directive is, I will follow.
Okay.
Wherever they send me, I will follow. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So loss of life is terrible. But guess what? They knew what they were signing up for.
Yes.
To be the best, the biggest, baddest fighting machine in the world. And so they are. Give me 2 more, Monica.
Okay. Charlie Kirk was right. The whole Israel controlling and is the problem for everything. It's a mind virus. Kimani and the whole Islamic Republic should have been taken out the first time they said death to America. They should have never had any way to enrich nuclear material and never have been given billions of U.S. citizen taxpayer money. And I didn't get to them fast enough. They said, do I have the wrong number? No, you don't. I just hadn't gotten to yours. There's no such thing as a friendly Muslim. They want to kill anyone who doesn't convert. It is in their book, said Jeffro. And Jeff from the Patch said, I'm speaking only of today's market, almost $1,000 points down on the Dow.
Yeah, I got it. And look, I had a very rich man once tell me, who was a billionaire and had a bad day. And he said, the market is not won in one day or lost in one day. That's why this is a long game. So we're going to be good. We're going to be good. And who knows? By next week, we could have a rebound. Price of oil is going up. I see the left applauding this. I see the left going, see, we told you Donald Trump was going to look. It's a global market. It's a global market. Whenever there is anything in the Middle East, the price of oil is going to go up.
Right.
I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And so expect to pay a little bit more for gas because it's going to happen. All right, let me get to Taking Out Trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Residential pickup. They have the 96-gallon poly cart. Call them today. Veteran-owned and operated. Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. They also have the big dumpsters. Yeah, 2 and 4 yard metal dumpsters, even the roll-off containers. And if you're showing up to work today and you need a roll-off container, call Kayleen, 575-408-1719, trash-eaters.com for more information. Supreme Court says that California's secret gender transition policies likely violated parental rights. Can we get an amen to this?
Amen.
Policies that allowed California schools to secretly facilitate a child's transition likely violated parental rights, according to the Supreme Court. They wrote that on Monday. The majority found that these policies cut out the primary protectors of the children's best interests, their parents. Their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So gender dysphoria is a condition that has an important bearing on the child's mental health. But when the child exhibits symptoms of gender dysphoria at school, California policies concealed that information, kept it from parents. and then facilitated a degree of gender transitioning during school hours. The court wrote these policies likely violated the parental rights to direct the upbringing and education of their children. Darn straight it did.
Yeah.
There is not one thing that should happen at school that parents are not notified.
Right.
I'm talking from if to give them a Tylenol or not,
That's right.
because the parents are in charge. The school is not in charge of the kids. The parents should never be left out. Hopefully, the Supreme Court, and maybe we need some lawsuits coming from parents that their kids were allowed to transition without even picking up the phone. And look, they didn't call them. That's one thing, but they hid the information from the parents. That's a total different thing. Taking Out Trash being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Supreme Court invalidates President Trump's tariffs under the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act in February. President Trump's, there are still questions about this $2,000 tariff rebate check. No definitive answer if we're still going to get that check. I'm hoping we do. I could use the money about right now. And two brothers arrested in connection with that Las Cruces shooting that left a man dead and a woman with serious injuries. Court documents obtained by ABC7 revealed two brothers, 18-year-old Andreas Martinez and his brother, Deontay Butamata, were arrested in connection with that shooting that left one man dead and a woman hospitalized with injuries in Las Cruces. According to the report, the brothers were invited over to a house belonging to Mary Espinzola, one of the victims, who later had a verbal argument with another man. Things got violent, and when they did, that's when the brothers shot one man and injured that woman. And a homeowner in Iowa shoots an alleged intruder while officers were en route. By the way, how long does it, Monica, you live out in the country.
Yes.
How long do you think it would take for the police to get to your house?
I'd say a good 12 minutes.
And on a good day.
On a good day. Yeah.
On a good day.
Well, if they were
Yeah,
to
we have
speed,
to-
maybe 10.
Yeah, we have to remember that at any time you live in Lee County, so how many officers are on duty at night? Not that many.
Not that
It's
many.
less than what you believe.
Right.
I mean, like in the city of Hobbs, I bet there's no more than 6 or 7 cops on duty overnight. I could be wrong.
You're probably right.
Des Moines, Iowa homeowner shot the alleged intruder Saturday night while officers were en route to the home. KCCI reports that someone called 911 just prior after 11 p.m., saying the alleged intruder had entered their home and was attacking the homeowner. As officers were driving to the home, the caller told the dispatcher that the alleged intruder had been shot. Des Moines Police Department officers arrived, located the person with multiple gunshot wounds inside the residence. Homeowner had used a handgun. The alleged intruder was 46-year-old Stantina Wilson. By the way, she was charged with second-degree burglary. And you know, the part I don't understand is when they say, shoots the alleged intruder while officers were en route. Yeah, if they get in the house, I'm going to shoot them.
Absolutely.
I'm not shooting them through the door. I'm not encouraging anybody to shoot them through the door. But if they get in the house, I'm shooting them. And I think I have every right to shoot them. I have every right to protect my own. Wow. Man, if Deion Sanders was not having a tough enough time, Warren Sapp is leaving. He lost his defensive coordinator. He lost Warren Sapp. And then yesterday, Colorado Buffalo's quarterback, Dominique Ponder, was killed Sunday, I should say, in a early morning car accident. Driving a Tesla Model 3, struck a guardrail, hit an electrical pole, and died at the scene. Wow.
Wow.
And California counselor accused of child sex crimes made $70,000 on paid leave. You heard me right. So the elementary school counselor who was sexually abusing kids remained on paid leave. Paid leave. They paid him $70,000 on paid leave. See, this is a problem I have. See, if you're at a normal job, not that state and federal jobs are not normal, but if you're on the job site and you get charged with, raping kids, your employer is going to let you go with like that. But if you work for the feds or the state, oh no, we're going to give you paid leave. So 36-year-old Woon Gang Kim collected $70,000 on paid leave. All in all, they arrested him on 10 counts of child sex abuse of a minor under the age of 14. Did I say he worked at elementary school as a counselor? He's accused of targeting 2 girls during the counseling session while he was working at the Charles Peck Elementary School. However, the article says that he had been earning $70,000 while on leave from the San Juan Unified School District. By the way, the ages of the girl, 10 years old and 11 years old.
Oh, no.
By the way, as of today, he was still getting paid.
Wow.
This is wrong in so many levels. Wrong in so many levels. And President Trump says he's very disappointed with the UK, pointing out that they're supposed to be our allies, saying that he's very disappointed with the British Prime Minister, Sir Starmer, over his blocking the U.S. from using the joint military bases to strike Iran, saying, I am very disappointed with Britain. They did not stand with the United States when we were launching strikes against Iran. I'm very upset with them, too. I think it's a sad day when our allies don't even stand with us. But the day will come when they will need us.
That's true.
And maybe we will not stand with them. High school senior gunned down at random while getting a ride share months before graduation. Connecticut high school student is dead. Camden Siegel, 17 years old, went to William H. Hall High School in West Hartford, hit by a stray bullet while just standing waiting for a ride share. Incident happened close to the People's Bank Arena Saturday, February 22nd. By the way, he died of his injuries this week, just standing there waiting, and died. And President Trump has accepted the White House Correspondents Association dinner invitation. By the way, this will be the first for the president. He hasn't gone to any of them. So I think it's going to be quite interesting because I think they're going to bring their A game and go against the president. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. All right, it's just before 8 o'clock. Still to come, we're going to get to things that happen on this date in history. KWMW Malmsboro, 105.1 FM. KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso, and KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Appreciate you listening. Monica, get to the text. We're coming back with things that happened on this date in history, and then our national anthem and our pledge. It's already straight up 8 o'clock.
Okay. They fight to keep America, us, and their families safe and free. My dad and uncles fought in World War II for the same purpose. God bless America and the brave men. Who's up next? China, Russia? They talked a lot of poop. Did you know that Henry Ford built a manufacturing plant in Germany in 1925 ahead of World War II to supply the Nazis? How did he know to get ahead of the war that would start years later? Wow. And those parents of those kids should sue the crap out of California. It took the cops 12 minutes to get to their home, but yet the demon rats want us to give up our guns. The cops will protect you. Bullcrap. There's not enough cops to protect everyone all the time, so therefore, I'll never give up my firearms. Smoke it. Old friend says, why are they referred to as alleged intruders if they are in someone's home against the homeowner's wish when they are intruders? I agree. The wording.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. The wording is not okay. Bradley from the block said Vietnam was not classified as a war when it was going on. It was called a political conflict. It was not technically titled being a war until after it was over, I think in 1973, but it was never voted on by Congress as a war, if I remember correctly. And in 1979, I was part of the military unit in Europe that was loading up and standing by to go into Tehran and escort the Americans and anyone else that wanted to get out of Iran after the takeover. General Alexander Haig had a specific plan, and President Carter stopped us. And the Iranian students took over the embassy within the next month or so. Carter allowed the Iranians to take the embassy and hold those people for 444 days.
Yeah. It wasn't until Ronald Reagan got in office that they were released. But like I said, the peanut farmer, nobody was scared of him.
Wancho just gave us an acronym for liberal, lacking in basic education, reasoning, and logic. OMG, Wancho. Roy from Jao said, in the Bible, it says you shouldn't worship idols. Muslims bow and pray to a meteorite in a big black square box. And John from Seminole says, this generation today are a bunch of impatient moronians. They expect things now when they order when they order their food, they want it now. When they want to get somewhere, they want to get there now. When we have only been in this conflict for 3 days. Cool your jets, said John from Seminole. And DTF means down to fish. Duh. Good morning, you guys. Watching the activities in the Middle East, they're saying that the EU refused to get involved and help out. I thought to myself, why can't they? They've allowed so many Islam immigrants into their countries that they're hamstrung. They have totally become useless for fear of having an uprising in their own country. Tell me that the United States.
Answer that? Mm-hmm. They're weak.
Yeah.
They're weak. Europe is weak now. Very weak.
Well, when you compare it to like what Scheinbaum has done for the cartels, like there's some back end stuff. There's some sleeping with something that is not available to let her.
They're just scared. The globalists have allowed that country, all of Europe, to pretty much be invaded, and they're okay with it. And they will not let people look. They're putting people in jail for speaking out. Thank God I'm not being put in jail because I ain't going to stop speaking out. And I don't like prison food.
Yeah. Let's get Monica a quiet keyboard or some nail clippers. Sounds like Morse code in the background. I do apologize. I mean to turn off my mic whenever I text back to some. Thank you for reminding me.
There are the quiet keyboards. Like,
are there really?
This one doesn't make any noise. Can you hear that?
Let me see.
Nothing.
Nada.
I don't want to fire stuff off, but look. Nothing. It's right next to the mic. Nothing.
Wow.
Unless you're over there banging the keys.
I mean, I just go like this.
see
You hear
that?
it? You hear it?
We need you close-up picture like mine.
Listen, you're going to make me do my makeup every single morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I have yet put mine on. Look.
Well, you're not wearing your glasses today, and I am wearing my glasses today.
I got them right here. I took them off.
I don't
So I can
mind.
read.
Just on the days, I guess that's what I told Will. I'm going to have to wear makeup every single day now.
Oh, we're going to have to get her down.
It's okay.
All right.
I'll do it.
When we return, we'll talk about the Texas Democrat Senate, the primary, addressing some concerns about Islamic terrorists. Look, in Texas, right there where this district is, yeah, I worry about terrorists, especially when the guide said that he is property. Allah is gunning people down. We're lucky more people didn't die in that. Where were the men and women with guns? Oh, wait, I forgot. It was Austin. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, men and women with guns can take out a bad guy with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a lot of things to get to. Let me get to things that happened on this date in history. Being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, and insured, veteran-owned and operated. Hey, for 30-plus years, Dwayne Pennick's been the guy. 575-318-9725. A Custom Construction and Roofing, urging you to beware of the out-of-town, out-of-state contractors that are unlicensed. Yeah, the deal is too good to be true. Yeah, the warranty is probably not actually a warranty. Get in touch with Dwayne Pennick today. His number, 575-318-9725. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history. 1751, Congress passed a resolution ordering the U.S. men to be established. It was great news because everybody loves mints. Back in 1845, Florida became the 27th state. It was a great deal. Spain not only gave us the state, but threw in the keys. That was awesome. Alexander Graham Bell was born on this date in 1847. His name does not ring a bell. Oh, wait, he invented the telephone.
I was going to say, he invented a whole new bell.
1949, the Home Department of the United States was created. Later on, that became the Department of Interior. Congress authorized the small U.S. silver coin in 1851. Believe it or not, it was the 3-cent piece. It allowed people to put their 2 cents in and get some change. 1875, 20-cent coin was authorized by Congress. It only lasted 3 years. And the front featured Lady Liberty sitting. Apparently, her feet got tired. 20-cent coin, 3-piece, also on this date in history, U.S. Postal Service Special Delivery First Class Mail was introduced in 1885. It was first class. Star Spangled Banner officially became the national anthem in 1931. It eventually became so popular that everybody would stand for it. It's pretty cool. And Buffalo Springfield was formed on this date in 1966 during a traffic jam in L.A. Year was 1966. Traffic jams even back then.
That's crazy.
Jessica Biel, Mrs. Justin Timberlake, is 44 years old. Her actual name is Jessica Claire Timberland, but we'll just call her Jessica Biel. Little Flip is 45.
What?
By the way, he has a phone now. Yeah, he's 45. Yep.
Wow.
Claire from Modern Family, Julie Bowen, is 56. Tone Loc is 60. My goodness. Had the song back in the day, Wild Thing. Nowadays, it's coming out with a new song called My Old Thing.
Oh,
also, Tame Thing on the flip side. Jackie Joyner Kersey and Herschel Walker celebrating a birthday today, 64. So lots of March 3rd, lots of good athletes born on this day. By the way, if it is your birthday, happy birthday going out to you. Boob of the day with N Minutes. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. We're B and the Breakfast Club. It's already 8:10. 10 minutes after 8, I got a lot of things to talk about coming up in the next segment, including cursive handwriting. Is it making a comeback? What's the last thing that you've actually written in cursive? And New Mexico capitalizing on the federal government's closing of a commercial traffic bridge. Maybe traffic will come to New Mexico. And where do we stand on the best place to live in America? Where does New Mexico rank? I'll talk about that coming up. And Saudi Aramco, the refinery, shut down yesterday following a drone strike. I'll get you updated with that and more coming up next. 8:11, we're beyond the Breakfast Club. National Anthem and the Pledge this morning being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Look, she's been in the insurance business a long time. She started when she was 19. Still continuing today, 40 plus years later. I think that would make her a insurance expert.
I agree.
I mean, 40 years? Yeah, I think that's an expert in the insurance business. Look, she can take care of all of your insurance. Let her have the opportunity to bundle your insurance policies together. Doesn't matter if it's home, auto, recreational, commercial, life insurance. Give her the opportunity. Give her a call, 575-393-2661. Rebecca Long, call her today, 575-393-2661. Call her today. Proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge.
Hi, I'm Landry from College Lane Elementary in Hobbs, New Mexico, and I will say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
14, large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
Today's verse of the day is Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you to be strong and of good courage? Do not be afraid or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
This is Mike Welsh with Judah Oil. Can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
On earth as it is in heaven.
On earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us
bread.
this day our daily bread.
And forgive us
And forgive us.
our trespasses, and we forgiven those who trespass against us.
And forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
8:15. Let's get you updated with news. We've got a lot of things to talk about this morning. News this morning being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale. Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you accidents happen when you least expect them. And when they happen, you need a trusted law firm. That's the Ragsdale Law Firm. They specialize in car accidents, personal injury, medical malpractice, and oil fill accidents. Ragsdale Law Firm, based in Roswell, there for you every step of the way. They offer free consultations, and of course, you never pay until they win your case. Call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300, ragsdalelawfirm.com. We're coming right back. It's 8:15. We're Beyond the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. A warning in Tel Aviv from air raid sirens. Fox's Trey Inks is there.
A senior Israeli official telling Fox News that more than 1,000 enemy combatants have been killed in Iran since the operation began. This is based on their latest battle damage assessment.
It's primary day, the first step toward the critical U.S. Senate seat in Texas underway.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and State Representative James Tallarico are seen as the primary frontrunners for the Democratic nomination. Crockett is a liberal firebrand known for sparring with Republicans. Tallarico argues Crockett's combative style could sink Democrats' chances of winning.
Fox Meadow Rivera, 3 Republicans, State Attorney General Ken Paxton, Congressman Wesley Hunt, incumbent Senator John Cornyn, hoping to win a spot on the Republican side. America's listening to Fox News.
At Franklin Veterinary Clinic, they're a full-service clinic that offers comprehensive care for family pets, equine athletes, and livestock alike. They have multiple veterinarians on staff providing the best possible care for your animals at every stage of their life. And when emergencies arise, they offer 24-hour ambulatory services and after-hour emergency care. The new emergency number is 575-808-7725. Franklin Veterinary Clinic, a tradition in excellence and caring, proudly serving Lincoln, Chavez, and Otero counties.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... Let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13 and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, how loud is your radio right now? Can you hear me? Hey, Daniel Bellows, Permian Ford Lincoln, Hobbs America, $500 over invoice sales going on right here on remaining 2025 models. Get your rear end over here. Let's make you a deal. Come on. Hobbs America, 1000 North El Paso, $500 over invoice sale on new remaining 2025 models. Come check us out. Let's go. 1000 North El Paso, Hobbs America.
Not all 2025 trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Wanting an affordable, quiet place to park your RV while you're working in or around Carlsbad? WWRV is 3 RV parks with one goal: to be a quiet place for their working tenants. 162 RV sites with 30 and 50 amp available. All utilities are included in the price, including premier wired internet at each site for your gaming and movie streaming. WWRV is pet friendly and well lit with plenty of street lights. Get pricing and contact info by visiting their website at www.rvx3.com or call 575-988-0392 for WWRV.
Spring savings start early at Lowe's. Get a Cobalt 24-volt max leaf blower for just $99. It's powerful, lightweight, and ready to go. Plus, get 4 bags of Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil for just $10. Don't wait. Get everything you need to start on your spring projects today. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/4. Soil offer excludes Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
For delicious meals, you could go out to eat or spend hours in the kitchen. Or you could just make a Marie Callender's meal. Yeah, you heard me. Marie Callender's classic chicken parmigiana bowl is delicious with scratch-made marinara sauce, creamy mozzarella cheese, and no preservatives. It's high in protein with 30 grams per serving. Marie Callender's, what having it all tastes like.
If you're listening to this and you're not already keeping it easy in your backyard with a Bud Light, well, consider this message a gentle reminder. Your backyard is waiting, and so is that Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Budweiser, the American lager, a time-honored recipe, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shop local and save this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Get whole tilapia fillets, $3.99 a pound. Pork roast, just $1.99 a pound. Whole fryers, just 99 cents a pound. And there's a spectacular potato sale. 5-pound bag of russet, just $1.49. The fancy red and golds get a 3-pound bag for just $1.99, and a 4-pack of the extra large bakers, just $1.99. Food Club vegetables, just 68 cents a can, and Food Club cereals, big 32-ounce bag, just $3.98. And get Star-Kissed Chunky Light Tuna, just 68 cents a can. These are just a few of hundreds of big value specials this week where your grocery dollar always goes farther. Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Southeast New Mexico weather. Hi, good morning. The forecast as we go down to 285 on this Tuesday, and temperatures in Roswell at 87 degrees this afternoon. The wind is breezy, and the wind is breezy in Carlsbad and Artesia with 89 degrees, 85 degrees in Lovington. The temperatures are dropping into the upper 40s. Tomorrow's highs, though, 79 degrees in Carlsbad and 75 degrees in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. Home of the lifetime Permian Powertrain promise. Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Short on wind, long on opinion.
And I'm going to mispronounce. I'm not going to try.
B and the Breakfast Club.
Coffee.
Who wants coffee? Okay, I need it right now. Get over here.
Where's my coffee? This message brought to you by that high-octane Black Gold Liquid Energy Jitter Juice, because apparently good coffee equals good day.
A decent cup of coffee.
That's how I was this morning.
I drank the Red Bull. I'm good. I didn't need the coffee, but coffee's good, I guess. If you like coffee, enjoy your coffee. I'll take my Red Bull cold and, 12 ounces if possible.
All right, so you
morning show
wait.
this
Hold
morning.
on, pause. I noticed that you shifted your camera back.
I think
no.
it shifted back on its own.
No.
I'm working on. Okay, now it's better.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Maybe as I open the door. Hold on, let me shift it back a little bit more. Come on now, get on there. This is what I deal with every day.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find me a good camera stand because this thing is swaying on me. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Fens and Artesia. Fens and Artesia, they've got all the savings going on. Tilapia, $3.99 a pound. Get Boston Bud pork roast, just $1.99 a pound. London broil, $5.49 a pound. And the whole fryers, you can get them for $1.19 a pound. And the produce department, russet potatoes, $1.49 for a 5-pound bag. Also get the green bell peppers. They're large at 3 for $1. Avocados, 99 cents each. Don't forget, you can always find specials in the deli department like white bread. Get a loaf for just $1.58 at Finn's. And don't forget, they have roasted chicken breast for $7.98 a pound, and off the bone ham for $5.48 a pound. And always the coldest beer in Artesia at Finn's. Plus, don't forget, they have Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite. You can find it today, 20-pack for $11.99. Get in there today. Still 825. Vermont Crossing Guard turned in her ships in Burlington into a 5-figure monthly business with 8-page magazine inspired and what she sees at the crosswalk every day.
A crossing guard?
Crossing guard. So she's got a monthly business with 8-page magazine that she puts what she sees every day. She's a little distracted. So a couple kids have gotten clipped by cars, but I mean, the magazine is doing well. I mean, so congratulations on the magazine, I think. I mean, the kids are going to be okay. Looks like shoppers in New York discovered a live owl resting on a shelf at an antique store. You heard me right, a live owl.
Oh, wow.
Woo-hoo.
How cute.
By the way, they had to call. They had to call somebody in New York. Who do we call? Who do we call? I mean, you would call Game and Fish, maybe, if it was in New Mexico. Oh, no, it's called the Department of Environmental Conservation. That's who they had to call. Yeah, they kept calling people, but nobody gave a hoot. By the way, the owl has been arrested, transported, and it is gone from the antique store. But isn't it fitting that it was at an antique store?
Yes, that's kind of cute, honestly. It's like a little sprinkle of joy.
Yeah. One battle after another won the top prize at the 2026 Producers Guild Awards, while Sinners grabbed the top honors for the Actors Awards. Oscars are 1 week from Sunday. By the way, I couldn't watch one battle after another. It is so liberal, and it's like watching a movie and glorifying Antifa.
Yeah.
I'm just not into that. So I had to turn it off. And cursive handwriting is making a comeback as more states are requiring kids learn cursive in school.
Good.
New Jersey and Pennsylvania are bringing back cursive. Is cursive really that important?
I would agree. I mean, I would think so, because I heard a long time ago, when you think about all of like the Declaration of Independence, everything that was written in cursive, and you get today's kids who don't know how to read in cursive, they can't read like their rights.
I'm just
or
trying.
anything like
I'm trying to think here if it's important. Is cursive? Could you live your day? I'm going to be honest. I live my day without cursive as of late. Now, when I was in school, which was a long time ago, we had to learn cursive. And we also knew how to fill out a checkbook, which checkbooks they're not important either. Well, I mean, your bank account's important. My bank account's always important to me. I'm just kind of thinking, is cursive really that? I mean, really, cursive. Back in the day, we wrote checks in cursive. So I just don't know. Anybody want to make a comment about that? I'd love to hear from
We
you. this
do.
morning. Cursive
Someone
is it
already
important?
texted. Someone said, I write in cursive every time I write a check. And I forget that this generation doesn't read in cursive.
Doesn't write checks.
Well, doesn't read in cursive. And so I wrote on a birthday card to this young girl, in cursive, and she opened up the card and she at it, and I said, I can't read cursive. I was like, holy mother of
I'm surprised she actually knew what it was called.
Yeah. So her mom had to read it for her.
Wow.
It was sad.
Yeah, because
and guess how old she was
everybody-
turning? She was turning 16.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because everybody nowadays, I know how to read cursive. You know how to read cursive, but
Mm-hmm. Oh,
any kid,
I like what old
wow.
friend says. You don't have a personalized signature without cursive.
I guess so. Yes, you're right
You're
about
right.
that.
You're right. Anybody can
Yeah.
print the name.
Well, wait, do kids know how to sign their name in cursive?
Yeah, my kids know how to
Yeah.
cursive. Praise the
Yeah.
Lord.
I would think they would know that. Yeah.
I'm
All
old
right.
school. Oh, I still write checks,
Yeah, I
said
mean,
Uncle Mike.
yeah, I haven't written a check and I don't even know where my checkbook is. I mean,
I'm
I do
thinking of
Cash
Patrick's
App, I do
mom.
Zelle.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of
I
Patrick's
do all
mom and how happy she was when she got a checkbook, like over the last few weeks. I was like, "You're good luck finding one."
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a check. Texas Democrat Senate candidate. So you got Tarico and Jasmine Crockett. You know, the crazy thing is that Jasmine Crockett had about a 15-point lead, but Tarico is actually whittling that down. And it is a neck and neck read. And today is the day, right? Isn't it
Yes.
in Texas?
Yep.
Today is election day.
Yep.
People heading to the polls. And you want to see a complete craziness if Jasmine Crockett is not elected in that primary. You want to see craziness? You're gonna see craziness. That's for sure. And you know what? I don't agree with a lot of things Tarico says, but
Mhm.
he's common sense. And he was asked a question about the Muslim shooter there in Austin, and he said, "We prayed. God sent lawmakers with common sense gun safety proposals like universal background check and red flag." Look, I am not for red flag or universal background checks, but at least he used the word God. Jasmine
Sure.
Crockett would just blame everything on Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So is today the election? Serious?
Yeah, it's yes. Hold on, because I get all the texts. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure today is election day in Texas.
Yeah, let's bring in Senator
So
Ted Cruz from my home state of Texas.
pretty sure today is the election in Texas. Correct? Texas listeners, today's your election day? I'm pretty sure primary day is today because it's always the first Tuesday. You found it, Monica?
Yes, Texas Republicans on behalf of President Trump's campaign. Here we are. Stay right. Go vote for today, and it tells you who to vote for. Of course, Governor Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Don Huffings, Don Buckingham, and Sid Miller.
Yeah.
Yep.
Primary.
Yep.
It didn't say anything about vote for Pedro J. Reese or P. Reese.
No, I guess because
I tell you what, that lady that's running against Pedro in Midland, whoever wins that will go against Pfluger in Texas. She is still commenting on my stuff. Her and my
Are you
brother
serious?
this morning. It's election day, and this woman is unhinged. Commented, she said my brother was a pea brain.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Uneducated pre-brain. Now here's a guy that's an engineer, and he was like, "Just because you're a lawyer doesn't mean you're smarter than me."
Your camera went sideways, and it's frozen.
What the hell?
Hey, while you're
Ah.
fixing that, we should get Pedro Pete Reese here on the phone, so he can
No,
talk.
we don't want to get Pedro P. Reese.
So he
No,
can
we
talk
don't
to
want-
his
we don't-
Midland constituents.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to get Pedro because he is very long-winded. I've watched his videos. Very long-winded. All right, you're gonna have to wait until I take a break for me to get this camera fixed. Dang. Man, it's been a heck of a day today.
Have you ever heard of a
Hopefully
hackberry? B.
Hackberry?
Uh-huh.
Hackberry wine?
Hackberry. Well, I've heard it as a hackberry. but I guess it's like a kind of like a berry that grows on a tree. Am I
Yeah.
tripping, or is it really
Yeah.
a thing? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
And
just wanted to make sure.
you can make wine from it.
Okay.
And all kind of other
And
stuff.
pie, hackberry pie.
And
that true?
pie, hackberry pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't
I am
tripping.
I'm going to fix this phone with my camera by using a different phone. If you give me a second, I'm doing this on the fly. Man, I tell you what, I'm schizo this morning. I didn't plug it in. That's why it went dead. Yep, that's it. I'm completely skits this morning. Well, I was doing stuff when the wife came and said, "You got to take me to the hospital," which I went and checked on her. She's sleeping, so
Oh,
God bless.
her. You think she
So
maybe
hopefully
have
she
got
stays
some food poisoning?
I don't know what happened, but this happened to her last year. And like I said, I took her and they gave her IV and she was better. So hopefully life is good. So, all right. I'm trying to get this other phone up while I do that.
Okay.
Just bear with me.
You're good.
As I
can read some text while you
hold
do
on
that.
a second. Yeah, read that while I get this.
Dark-skinned Mexican said Tejano singer Robert Pulido's son is also running in the Texas primaries.
Yep.
Okay. Today is primary day in Texas. If Crockett loses the Dem primary, she will go ballistic. Freaking lose her mind, said this texter. A Republican
She
texter
will
said,
definitely lose her mind.
yes, today is election day. I voted last week. Go Republicans. Bosque County says yes to what? Bosque County. Non-farter said, I once issued a citation to a feller that couldn't read or write. He signed with a big letter X and a small letter X. I asked him why he signed that way with a big and a small, and he said just because he was a junior. Oh, that is funny. G.I. Joe from
And
Pecos.
Monica did not say junior. She said junior, darn it.
I have a digital signature. It's not quite the same, but you can get by, says G.I. Joe from Pecos. Salty Dog said, when these new generations think they're going to overthrow us, we go back to cursive and stick shifts. They don't stand a chance. Amen. Mexican truck driver said they quit teaching cursive so the future generation won't be able to read the Constitution. Yes, that's what I've heard. And I write in cursive because the engineers I work with don't know how to read it, said a texter. How do these kids read the Constitution of the United States, said Mario B. from Lovington. And if cursive...
I'm going to be honest. I've never read the original Constitution. So, I mean, if you go online, it's not written in cursive, and it is the same wording as the Constitution. I think we'll get by.
Okay.
Maybe.
And if cursive isn't important, why are the signatures required and not just print your name, said a texter. And I still write checks, said Jimmy Burnside. I still balance my checkbook. I still write in cursive, still drive a stick shift.
Damn, Jimmy, you're a good hubby.
Dang, Jimmy. America needs us to deport all. Us need to deport all the devils, demons, Muslims. Start with Omar. Send them back to hell. Dang. A la máquina. Sorry, yes, today is voting day in Texas. I will use my vote to cancel out a Jasmine Crockett vote, said Bosque County. Oh, okay. And Philip says, good morning. What time is it in the Philippines when B does the show?
Oh, my goodness. I would have told you that a second ago. It's, is it 11:30?
Yeah, because when we start,
yeah,
when we start at 6, it's 9 at your time.
I will start work an hour earlier, so I'll go to bed earlier coming up soon. After Sunday.
And Greg from Artesia.
So that's a different phone I'm using for the camera. Does it look a little
blurry?
Cloudy?
Yes, cloudy.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to wait. I don't have.
Listen.
I'm a mess up in here.
You do you. Okay?
I'll get it done. Give me 2 more, and then we're gonna do take it out, the boob of the day coming up.
All I'm saying is whether your camera is blurry, fuzzy, clear, you look a hell of a lot better than some people do on camera. Bye. It's only fair that you do your makeup, Monica. B does his hair every day. Just kidding.
I
That
do
was
mine
Greg
every
from
day.
Letitia. Yeah, he put a little shine. And Trump is collecting dictators like infinity stones, said this texter.
And that's okay. People like, oh no, we can't. We, you're changing the entire country. No, not really, not really. I guarantee we probably go back, 100. Hopefully, we get some freedom in Iran. I mean, if we can give Iran freedom, that would be awesome. Hopefully, we can give. Where are all the women's livers? Where are the women's livers? Where are the women's livers that are always talking about women's rights? Well, now we're giving women and Iran maybe some rights. And that's not a good thing? What's the matter with you people? Rare full moon, the blood moon lunar eclipse happened overnight while you slept. I got it. If you missed it, the next one rolls out New Year's Eve 2028.
Wow.
And the office of National Pancake Day isn't until the official National Pancake Day isn't until September 26th. But IHOP is having their own version of Pancake Day today. Why you got to be different, IHOP? Why you got to be different? And a third of people say they eat whatever they want, like desserts or bad stuff, but only when they are on vacation. When they are on vacation, yeah, I get that. I mean, when you're on vacation, I think you should get a pass, like a hall pass. I think you should get a hall pass when you're on vacation. Monica, do you take a hall pass when you're on vacation?
Yeah, but I mean, I really don't. Yeah, I like whatever.
Monica, do you know what a hall pass is?
Wait, no. Are you talking about like
No.
being gross and nasty?
A hall pass. Yeah, I've never
Sleeping
thought
around?
about this because when I'm with somebody, but there's certain people, they go on vacation and they believe they go on separate vacations and they call it a hall pass that gives them the right to do whatever they want. And I do mean whatever they want while they're on vacation.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, I was like,
There
yeah.
is no D that is
And-
worth giving up everything that I have.
Yeah, probably not good. And a new trend in Japan is coffin therapy, where people lie in a plush, velvet-lined coffin to relax and reflect. Some funeral homes are so busy that people are just dying to get into these damn things. Can you imagine being so much out of whack? Look, nobody does it like the Asians, the Chinese and the Japanese especially. They come out with these, coffin therapy where you can just go and relax and reflect
Oh my
on
god.
life.
No. There's that.
No.
Lay in your bed.
I don't want to lay in a coffin.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to lay in a coffin. It's bad Gigi. It's just not good. All right, looks like part of the overall for the Bridge of Americas at the southern border, the federal government is planning to close that crossing to commercial vehicles. The good news is lawmakers in New Mexico are hoping that semi-truck traffic will head our way with the Bridge of America closed that connects Juarez and El Paso. You got a lot of trucks that are going to be looking for another way to get across the bridge. And New Mexico, maybe we're the answer. Come across right near the Santa Teresa border. Deadliest Catch Deckhand. Have you ever watched the Deadliest Catch? I have.
Yes.
That's a very, very, very dangerous way to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just watch that, the way they're slinging the pods. And Todd Meadows, the newest Deadliest Catch Deckhand, died February 25th while fishing off the coast of Alaska. He was 25 years of age. Captain Rick Shefford called Meadows' death a tragedy. And, sad story. And look, a lot of people die out there fishing, especially in Alaska. It's freezing cold, and the water is splashing all over you, and the waves are high. You get thrown off the boat. I've watched several episodes where people went overboard. And by the way, you can tell I'm from Louisiana by saying overboard. That's the way we say it, overboard. And were fished out of the ocean. This guy didn't make it. And a skier's prank backfires, leaving a woman dangling 65 feet up in the air as her twin desperately holds on to her. A skier dangling 65 feet up in the air. This happened at Big Bear, California. They were on the gondola on the lift, and one thing led to another. Happened about 2:45 p.m. when a 21-year-old female skier safely loaded into the chair as someone pointed during her ride to the top. She failed to maintain a proper safety protocol and became suspended all the way up in the air. Man, I've got a fear of heights, so I just got a tingling that went all the way down to my feet because I can imagine she's way, way up in the air, 65 feet up in the air, and dangling from the top. She ended up being okay. By the way, ski patrol, just precautionary, took her to the hospital. She's going to be all right. Sad.
Yeah.
Sad. And I don't know the prank part.
Right.
I don't see that part of the story. What led to what part of it was the prank? This is why I don't ski anymore, because I can only imagine. I'm going to be the guy that's dangling from the top. That's not a good look for me. The dangling feet as I try to kick to stay on board. No. I'm staying close to the ground. I'm good close to the ground. Looks like Saudi Arabia's Aramco refinery shut down as Iranian drones struck near the refinery. So the state-run oil company, Aramco, shut down its refinery as drone strikes came very, very close. Why is Iran shooting at Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country. Why are they shooting? By the way, this refinery's capacity is 555,000 barrels a day. It serves as a critical export terminal for Saudi Arabian crude. Drone strikes came very, very close. And there are people out there like Hollywood celebrities, Mia Farrow, Rosie O'Donnell, and others saying that this Epstein hearing is now, saying the Iranian war and the whole business with Netanyahu is a distraction so that we're not looking at the Epstein case. By the way, we just played like 18 cuts from the Epstein hearings with his friends, Bill and Hillary. So it's not really a distraction. I'm not really distracted.
Right. No.
And where does New Mexico stand when it comes to the best states to live in? Wallet Hub poll. Where do you think New Mexico ranks?
I don't know. Low.
Pretty much towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just say that. Just looks like we're like at the bottom. And you know what? The thing. You know the thing that's holding us back.
What?
Two things: education and healthcare.
Oh, wow.
If we can improve education and healthcare, we would be a better place to live. And the other thing that's holding us back: low-income individuals. We lead the country when it comes to people that are on welfare.
Yeah.
By the way, we're a taker. We take more than we pay in New Mexico. We're a taker.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we're giving, but we're also a taker for sure. 8:49. We're going to take a break in just a second. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. We're being the Breakfast Club. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. They've got the technology to help you feel better. There's a big difference between, regular MDs and functional medicine. Doctors tend to, to throw a bunch of pills at you.
Mm-hmm.
Functional medicine seems to come up with answers. And a lot of times you're taking herbs and vitamins and that type of stuff, but they also have things like stem cell therapy. If you're living in pain, stem cell therapy could be the answer. Ozone therapy. And it could just be your hormones are all out of whack. Ladies, hormonal optimization will change your life. And I'll just speak freely, guys. Testosterone's changed my life. I don't feel like an old guy anymore. Can help you. 575-964-8025. Visit them, 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs, America. Proud sponsor this morning of the Boob of the Day. How long can you eat at a buffet?
Oh, gosh.
One TikToker decided to test the limits. Madison, who posts on TikTok, parked herself at the all-you-can-eat Hibachi Grill and Supreme Buffet and stayed there for 4.5 hours and polished off 6 plates of food, all for just $13. Her mission? To see how long it would take before someone asked her to leave. For hours, she dined in peace. People kept bringing her refills on her drinks. And then finally, someone walked up to her and said, I think it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
By the way, Madison didn't argue. She calmly wrapped things up. Hey, can you wait a second? I'm trying to finish. This is good. By the way, she believes that she ate a lot of food. By the way, as she was leaving, she tipped the waitress $100 and then handed another $100 to the manager. So that's $200 tip on a $13 buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Her video is out there on TikTok. You should try it one day. How long before they tell you to leave? By the way, I think I can call the guy and ask him that question. It's been thrown out of more buffets than you could shake a stick at.
I will say, it depends, honestly, on what kind of buffet you go to. Like that hibachi buffet, I probably would not have been able to stay 6 hours. But if you put me like at a Golden Corral buffet, absolutely, where there's like so many things to choose from. But if I'm limited, or like even like at a Mexican buffet, I'd probably be like, no, I'm done. Like I'm out.
But can you imagine hanging out for like 4 hours?
I can. A lot of times.
I can't.
I can. Like seriously, like even back in the day, like whenever you'd go like with a group of friends, and I remember do you remember Chinese Kitchen in Hobbs?
No.
It was right there on the corner of Sanger and I guess it's Turner. Yeah, Sanger and Turner. I mean, it was a hot spot for like a bunch of us. And they had like this back door. And I remember we'd be there for at least 2 hours eating or whatever. And
wow.
Yeah, some of the brave guys, they would tell us to leave. Mm-hmm. And some of the braver guys.
Now.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would say. Time to go. You time to go. And okay, we're leaving. But some of the guys would be like, nah, they can't tell us to leave. And they'd like dine and ditch. Like they'd run out the back door. And we'd be like, dang it.
You go now. You eat too much. No profit today.
It was so good. It was so good.
You know, there should be a sign up that says limited to like an hour and a half. I think an hour and a half would be more than.
I agree.
You know.
Yeah, you got to
limited
but
to.
that's good that she kind of brought light to that.
Yeah, hour and a half. And I mean, she did the right thing as she was leaving. She paid, she tipped everybody, but it was just proving it. She wanted to prove the point. How long before somebody would say something? She did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be like, you gots to go.
Yeah.
You're out of Get on out of here. All right, we got to take a break. 5 minutes away from the hour of 9. We are B and the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. Looking for personal protection. They've got all of that. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. By the way, you're looking to sell guns. They'll buy your guns and give you fair pricing. Ladies, you've been thinking about getting personal protection. They've got lethal and non-lethal personal protection. And guys, you've been thinking about finding a gun and you're looking for the right gun. You'll find it. Yeah, see a gun, 1907 North Main in Roswell, 575-622-0023. Don't forget, closed Saturday, always open on Sunday. We're taking a break. We're at B and the Breakfast Club, 5 minutes away from 9.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. After serving in multiple roles at the Roswell Police Department during the last 19 and a half years, Alberto Aldana has now stepped into the department's top job, officially taking over as RPD chief on Sunday. He joined RPD in September of 2006 and has held the positions and ranks of detective, sergeant in the Patrol Division, Technical Services Unit, and Criminal Investigations Division at different times, and then lieutenant in each of those three divisions at different times. Aldana was promoted to deputy chief in August of 2022 and has served in that position until his promotion to chief. At 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, Lovington residents who want to address the current city ordinance regarding chickens and other fowl and livestock, including rabbits, within the city limits will have the opportunity to share their opinions during a town hall meeting at the Troy Harris Community Center, 201 Main Street in Lovington. And Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has issued a legal opinion declaring that the prohibitions under Senate Bill 14, making it illegal for healthcare providers to transition children, does apply to mental health care providers, licensed by the Texas Behavioral Health Executive Council. The opinion summary states, any licensee that facilitates the provision of unlawful procedures or treatments that aim to transition a child's sex are thus forbidden from receiving public money in support of those efforts and separately risk revocation of their license to practice. And the city of Roswell is hosting Taking Out the Trash events where residents can dispose of large items for free. March 7th at the DeBremen Stadium, 201 West 10th Street, March 21st at RIAC Park, 28 Earl Cummings Loop, and on March 28th at Roswell Municipal Landfill, 3006 West Brasher Road. For more information, call 575-624-6746. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
MTD Radio News this hour being brought to you by Estacado Federal Credit Union with branches in Hobbs, Lovington, Eunice, and Denver City, Texas. For more information, find them at estacadofcu.com.
There are 5 factors that are used by the 3 credit reporting agencies to determine your credit score: payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, new credit, and types of credit. There is much to know about your credit, and you should know it. Your credit is a valuable asset. It's wise to do all you can to improve it. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Let me turn you on real quick right here. 2026 is here. 2025 models gotta go. What's really going on? Danny Reynolds here, Permian Ford Lincoln, Hobbs America, 1000 North El Paso Street. We got $500 over invoice sale going on the remaining 2025 models, and it just gets better every time with our Permian Powertrain Promise. What's that for you? Lifetime powertrain warranty, baby. Come check us out, baby. Right here at Permian Ford Lincoln, 1000 North El Paso, Hobbs America.
Not all 2025 trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Kinetic Fiber Internet wants to know, is slow cable internet leaving you lagging? Well, the next big leap in internet is here, and there, and over that way too. Because Kinetic is bringing ultra-fast 100% fiber with Wi-Fi 7 to everyone. And with the Kinetic Promise, we'll make sure every room and every device is connected and working before we leave. Get with the future. Go with 100% fiber. Switch to the new Kinetic Fiber Max plan and get $200 plus a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GoKinetic.com. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey Lovington, Albertsons Market is coming soon to Highway 82 and North Main Street. That means big savings on groceries and fuel right in your neighborhood. Discover delicious favorites like hand-rolled sushi, hot sandwiches, and fresh local produce. Plus catering, ready meals, a drive-through pharmacy, and convenient grocery drive-up and delivery. Download the Albertsons Market for You app today and get ready to explore your new Albertsons Market. Opening early spring at Highway 82 and North Main Street in Lovington.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem. Because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. And you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV. Built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
In the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford, with the goal of being your #1 Ford dealer in New Mexico and West Texas.
Now back to a good, wholesome, politically correct. Oops, sorry. Wrong show.
Attention, this is your announcer. You're waking up to be in the Breakfast Club. You want to be part of the show? Call 877-396-W105.
I can assure you he is truly a very sick boy.
KWMW Maljamar 105.1 FM. Also, if you're listening in Ruidoso, you can find us at KWES, of course, in Ruidoso. And if you're listening in Albuquerque, we're at KDAZ AM 700. FM 96.9. Appreciate you listening, by the way. If you are listening or watching us on any of the streaming platforms, appreciate that so much. I cleaned my lens on my iPhone, and it still looks blurry to me. So I don't know. By the way, the other phone looks much better.
I am going
Samsung
to say
looks better.
I am going to say this because I'm a girl and I'm paying attention to color scheme and aesthetic and stuff. I think the brown dulls you out a little bit. What color is that flag that you're getting?
I'm getting a banner, which is the
W10.
yellowish.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Yellowish
need
to
something
be in
bright.
the Breakfast Club logo. So
Maybe changing
that's
that
what it is.
that band that's over your
But
headphones.
the other camera looks much better. It looks more vibrant and
Maybe.
just so. Samsung looks better, evidently. Samsung better camera than the iPhone, maybe. Or maybe, as my wife says, maybe you need the iPhone 17. No, I don't need that. Sammy Hagar has come out with his own vitamin supplement. This is ingenious. You're 78 years old. You still looks good. And, of course, Sammy Hagar with Van Halen for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Coming out with his own line of vitamins and supplements. That's ingenious. And good news, Kuwait successfully shot down 3 fighter jets. Bad news is they were friendlies. They were United States fighter jets. Where do you think? You think Iran had their own fighter jets? Their military was pretty much decimated to begin with.
Right.
Thank God that our pilots are going to be okay.
Yeah.
And have we already solved the serious health issues already? Researchers announced at the University of Maryland developing a high-tech underwear that tracks your gas. And found that many people fart twice as much as they actually thought.
Oh, my goodness.
By the way, some people were like, we already knew that. We didn't need smart underwear to tell us that.
Yeah.
We did not. We didn't need that. We already knew. Not a big deal. All right. Looks like Israel striking at Iran leadership, continuing to strike at leadership in Iran. Is there an opportunity that we're going to get new leadership? And I'm not talking, when I say new leadership, I do not want us to do what we did with Venezuela. Basically, we got rid of one bad dude, and now we got a bad lady. By the way, she was on the list, just like Maduro. So I don't want to trade bad for bad.
Right.
I would rather trade bad for good. But that's just me. That's the way I roll. All right, we're going to check the text coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Trusted name across Southeast New Mexico, specializing in construction of metal and commercial and industrial metal buildings. So if you're thinking about maybe a big shop, a barn, or anything else, they've got you covered. And don't settle for anything less when it comes to remodeling your home. Think about this, remodeling the outside of your home. I mean, yeah, you were thinking about, well, I'm going to buy another house. Just remodel your home. Brand new windows, brand new doors, siding, brand new roof, patio, taking care of a carport. They can take care of all of that. That's the good news. They do all of that. One company can do it all. At Seminole Siding and Construction. Check them out online at SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com for more info. Monica and the text.
Jay the Pumper said, Kuwait better pay for our fighter jets, LOL. How much each? Like 20 million? And dark-skinned Mexican.
Oh, yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah. When I was about 14 years old, I went into work with one of my cousins at a Chinese buffet as a dishwasher for the night. The owner told me I would have 2 free meals for washing dishes at one at night. Jumped on it after the first buffet. He told me he'd give me $40 and not to ever come back again.
You'll go home now.
John in the patch said they probably told the guy you were talking about, no, fat man, get chair away from buffet. And Smokey says, I was awake and I watched it while I was working, B. It was pretty cool to watch it, referring to the blood moon. And it took the Chinese buffet 5.5 hours before they told me I had to leave when I was eating crab legs. Lionel says, according to Little Hitler, New Mexico is leading the way when it comes to living in New Mexico. LOL. Quality of life, economy, safety, all of it. Yeah, maybe in Los Alamos or Rio Rancho.
I'm a fourth-generation Houstonian, so I'm Alex Hale. I'm a fourth-generation Houstonian who is...
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're good. Leftist hater said, so Trump
Did you
was...
hear that when it was playing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So Trump was never a friend of Epstein. No, they were friends. They had a falling out. Remember? Bill Clinton told us. He said it. If the Iranian bad guys are dead, then who keeps launching missiles from Iran? The next set of bad guys? That's what I asked.
Yep.
That's what I was asking PA yesterday. I'm like, he's like, well, you have to realize they've got like decks on decks on decks of attacks, like missiles ready to roll.
They've got, look, the Houthi rebels were not like in the decision room.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they were the guys that were the masterminds.
Right.
They are the fighters, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they were probably told way in advance, you guys keep sending in waves and waves and waves of missiles. But I mean, I would think sooner or later they're going to run out of missiles.
Correct. Yeah. This texter said, I had to teach my 13 and 15-year-old how to sign their names last week so they could sign permission slips for school. They had no clue about cursive.
Wait,
13
so
and 15.
they could sign their own. So you taught them how to sign your name. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, it's happening. Monica, the kids graduating high school can't read or write, so why expect them to know cursive? You're right, Rocket. And L77 said they should move the clock either forwards or backwards, just a half hour, and leave it alone. You're right. I agree. CBS Marshall was a good pilot. Secrets. When I had just turned 63, I found out that my dad's mom was Choctaw from his niece, my cousin. Well, you know that Aho Ben Ray Lujan will vote no on the floor against Steve Pierce. And how then are documents signed without cursive, driver's license, credit card signatures, etc.? I like when you wrapped up all of your responses into one text to give your opinion all on one. That's a great texter right there. Let's see what your name is going to be. Haas from Artesia said, if you go to Jelby, this was way back in the 8 o'clock hour, I'll come and bust you out. You've got a true friend in Haas. And James and Eunice said, this is the right time. If you get up before the sun and go to bed go to bed after it's down the change, this is the right time. If you get up before the sun
right now
and go to bed after it's down, the change doesn't help a bit. Periods, James and Eunice. Use period.
You know, I remember some of the best days of my life were during the summer.
Yes.
Little League baseball, playing outside until 9 o'clock, still being able to see what was going on. I don't know. Some of the best days of my life growing up in Louisiana with, the sunlight, playing in the streets. My mom and dad never worried about us. My mom and dad, 5:30 every day, you were sitting at the dining room table.
Yeah.
You were eating. After that, if you were running around the neighborhood, nobody ever worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different age that we live in. By the way, when it comes to Iran, how many missiles do they have? 2,500 missiles is how many they have. How many have they fired off already?
Ooh.
That kind of tells us how many they got left. So 2,500 missiles. My next question is, how many missiles have they used already? 1,000? They got 1,000 left? What we need to do is find the location and blow them all up. Now, another story I see, somebody said that Iran claims to have 25,000. That's a different ball game right there. 25,000 missiles.
Yeah.
I am doubting seriously if they have 25,000. And they bought a lot of things from China, a lot of missiles from China. How many of those aren't going to work?
Right.
We talked about this yesterday.
Hey.
You buy stuff from China, it works for about 6 months and then it doesn't work.
There's the one that I may have just skipped over because I didn't it was a picture, but I didn't click on it. Bean Sandwich sent in a picture of a text thread, a post, and it was an Austin CBS reporter that was being praised for defying a superior's order to ignore a massive crowd of Iranian nationals cheering President Trump and the U.S. military action. He said, they don't want us to focus on this. Well, I am. That's incredible. And the crowd looks huge. And that's in Austin.
Wow.
I don't know where he found Bean Sandwich. You found that. I see that it's a post, but like what platform? Oh, X. It's on X. Okay.
So it says they used about half of their missiles. So if they had 2,500, they still got bunches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Every one of these stories is different, but I don't think they have that many missiles left. I wouldn't think they'd have that many left. Well, let's wait and see. So they fired off like 2,000 in the first 10 minutes.
Wow.
But the Houthis have drones, so they can do some damage for sure. Looks like an Odessa police department saying they found a woman and a 3-year-old who had been reported kidnapped. So Odessa police shared more details about the call leading to the pursuit that initially was maybe a possible kidnapping, according to the Odessa police. During the early morning hours on March 1st, officers received a call to an area in Odessa, received a call about a possible kidnapping of a 3-year-old child and its mother. Callers told police they feared the pair were in danger because the child's father's actions. Officers began an investigation. Law enforcement agencies began working the area, finding a vehicle that was connected to the report. Officers and deputies and troopers searched throughout the city and the county before finding the suspect's vehicle. Hector County Sheriff's Office deputy attempted to make a traffic stop. It sped away. Deputy discontinued the pursuit out of caution. Officers continued to monitor the vehicle from a distance until it stopped. Driver was taken into custody. Officers found the woman and the child were safe. By the way, the gentleman, 37-year-old Brumelo Garcia, has been charged with assault on a family member and evading detention. Was not charged with kidnapping.
Wow.
But still going to jail for a while. And the high-speed rail touts a lot of savings, but the epic costs. What do you think the cost? Look, they've been thinking about finishing this thing. They've been talking about finishing it for a long, long time. Newly released 2026 budget plan for the high-speed rail. Phase 1 is now $126 billion. Yes, I said billion with a B. They've been operating, they've been working on this thing since it was approved by voters in 2008. $126 billion. Wow. Look, it sounds like a pretty cool deal, but $126 billion? That's a crazy amount of money. All right, 9:16. We got to get to good news of the day coming up in just a second. I was just reading this story about this Chinese car. It's an electric car. It actually can travel. They call it the hypercar.
Oh.
Has like a sofa interior and an AI brain.
Mm-hmm.
217 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Now, look, I have a heavy foot. I don't know what I would do with a car that drives 217 miles an hour, that I could get up the speeds of 217 miles an hour.
I don't need to drive that car to save my life and yours and everybody else.
Anybody that's driven, over 100 miles an hour, things are coming at you fairly quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's just going to get me in trouble. And there again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Anything made by the Chinese, it works for about, 6 months, and then, it's not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, look, any of that stuff you buy on Temu, think about it. How much of that stuff lasted?
I have not
a whole bunch of time.
anything from Temu.
Yeah, not a whole bunch of time. So, sorry, that's not going to work for you. Hey, I got a woman that posted bail with fake money. Madisonville, Kentucky. This woman posted bail with fake money. Counterfeit money. Woman arrested in Madisonville when authorities said she tried posting bail for somebody out of Hopkins County Jail using fake money. Police say Felicia Howard showed up to the jail Sunday afternoon, attempted to pay an inmate's bond with using 15 $100 bills. The fake money was reportedly mixed with real money to make it look like, they didn't look at it right. By the way, she was also arrested, and now she's in jail with the person she was trying to bail out. Keep up the great work. You make it possible for us to make fun of you. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. Tradio coming up. How's Russ Black handling Tradio? Is he welcoming the calls back?
I
calls
didn't
and
tune in
texts
yesterday,
are
but I'm
we'll get him in the studio. We'll ask him about
All right.
that coming up in a second. All right, news this morning being brought to you by Randy Pettigrew. Randy Pettigrew, State Representative, District 61, reminding you he continues to fight for you. Randy Pettigrew continuing to fight for you, your businesses, your kids, for your way of life. Comes out with a newsletter from time to time. Want to keep up with New Mexico? You want to get the backdoor stories of, behind the closed door stories? Sign up for the newsletter. RandallPettigrew.com, message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. Taking a break. We're coming back. We're beyond the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Both sides firing rockets and missiles. This one from Israel into Iran was a direct hit.
I'm told by a senior Israeli official that the Israelis just struck the Supreme Council gathering where the Iranians were meeting to choose a new supreme leader. This is a significant development and again speaks to the Israeli intelligence about this war.
Fox's Trey Inks in Tel Aviv. The U.S. and Israel could receive some help.
Increasing indications that some of the Gulf states' air forces may enter in carrying out airstrikes against Iran. I'm told that, quote, the next 24 hours is going to be intense.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem under fire at a Senate hearing, and not just from Democrats.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's a protester. America is listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
This Hobbs Eagles Sports Update is brought to you by America Supply in Hobbs, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of Hobbs Eagles athletics.
Looking for oil field, industrial, and safety supplies? Go to America Supply. Need cleaning supplies? America Supply has that too. How about restaurant and food truck supplies? Are you beginning to see a trend here? America Supply carries everything from H2S and quad monitors, fire extinguishers and first aid kits, to safety glasses, vests, FR clothing, fall protection and gloves of all types. They have your slings and whip checks, your lift straps and cam locks, your adapters, pipe fittings, and threaders. They have many name brands like Lockout, Tagout, Pelican, Milwaukee, Rigid, and so many more. Visit America Supply to find exactly what you're looking for and then some. 502 North Grimes and Hobbs under the Big American Eagle or call 575-393-3383.
Patrick Rooney here with MTD Radio Sports. The New Mexico high school basketball regular season has come to an end, but that means the start of playoffs. I'm here with head coach Ronald Ross of the Hobbs Eagles boys basketball team. Coach, what's the team morale like as the team gets the opportunity to compete in the postseason?
The team morale is good. Our guys are connected. We're getting everybody back healthy. So we should be at full strength with our roster. This week we're really excited to move forward and have this opportunity to play in this first playoff game.
You open up the first round of the Newsenda Credit Union State Basketball Championships as the 5 seed going against the 12 seed Oregon Mountain. What's the game plan to open the tournament with a big win?
They're really well coached. They play hard, so we'll just have to match their intensity. And then, of course, on our end, we'll just have to execute our game plan. We beat them before earlier this year, but with it being in March, it always comes new challenges. So we'll make sure we're prepared and give ourselves the best shot to have the edge.
This has been your Hobbs Eagles Sports Update, brought to you by America Supply, 502 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-393-3383. 3383.
Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial units for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating.
Ladies, is your eyesight causing frustration every morning while applying makeup? Are you holding a cheap, distorted mirror up to the window trying your best to see? At last, there's a better way. At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. Men, this is for you too. Sharpen up your mustache, goatee, or beard because ladies love a well-groomed man. Local inventor Rebecca Long spent 5 years researching and designing the At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. It has rechargeable LED lighting, 1, 5, and 10 times magnification mirrors, all in one for home and travel use. It comes with a USB charging cord, travel case, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 1-year limited warranty. This is a must-see, so drop by 226 West Vega in Hobbs today for a free demonstration. Order online at AtLastMakeupMirror.com or call 575-631-3189 today.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC have over 37 years of experience from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers. With a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes, locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, they hope that you will consider their team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site builds. Please call 575-746-6318 to find out what they can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world.
Southeast New Mexico weather. Hi, good morning. The forecast as we go down the 285 on this Tuesday, and temperatures in Roswell at 87 degrees this afternoon. The wind is breezy, and the wind is breezy in Carlsbad and Artesia with 89 degrees, 85 degrees in Lovington. The temperatures are dropping into the upper 40s. Tomorrow's highs, though, 79 degrees in Carlsbad and 75 degrees in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
In the Breakfast Club, being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
Good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. You can find him Avenue D in Lovington, right across the street from Bob's. Rustin Hayes is your Farmers Insurance agent, ready to help you. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Get in touch with Rustin Hayes today. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
All right, we've got a story about a woman in upstate New York named Diane Bennett, who recently finished up chemo treatments for stage 3 breast cancer. She wanted to thank her doctors and nurses by bringing them a cake. Actually, 2 cakes. She ordered them through the bakery at her local Walmart, and they looked great. But she was confused when she found out that they'd already been paid for. It turned out a woman who works at the bakery saw what the cakes were for, and she paid for them. She didn't want to be identified, but Diane got to go back and give her a very big hug. So it became a twofer. That is your good news story for the day. I've got Russ on the mic.
Russ Black, I see you on camera, Russ. So how
Good
you
morning.
accommodating the Tradio? Phones, texts?
Well, the phone sounded marvelous and they worked fine, but let me tell everyone why we're fixing to do this. I just want a minute. Yesterday I did 7 phone calls. That's as many as we had, but we did 7 phone calls. It took 20 minutes of the show. In the last 10 minutes, I read about 17 ads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I still probably had 20 ads that I didn't get to. Okay, this is what we're going to do on Tradio. Some of you despise text, and I know maybe it adds a little flavor to the show to hear the people call in, and you get to call in and be on the. We can either do 7 to 10 ads a day and have time to do that, or I can read everyone's ad and get 25 to 30 in and do a better service for the people that are buying and are listening to find items and the people selling. So I'm not saying we're not going to be doing phone calls, and certainly if I get ahead on text, but our primary method for you to get an ad on Tradio will be to text your item to 877-396-9105, 877-396-W105. You can start texting now because Monica can tell what's a text for them and what's not, and she doesn't mark the ones for me off, and we roll right into them. So I'm not saying don't call, but if you want to get it on, I would text it.
Amen.
There you go. Thank you, Ross. You have a good one. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. They've got the experience. Hey, 80s. We're going to be close to 90. Air conditioning's not working. You got an issue. You better call Enrique Rocha. His number 575-631-1999. That's what we say when our AC is not working. You know what we say? Better call Enrique. We do. Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, 575-631-1999. Call him today. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. It is going to be a Wednesday edition of Being the Breakfast Club. Until then, we'll see you later. Tradio is up next.